Gotta be ready for when the war starts. Fighting these battles through life got us accumulating war scars. Nothing is given. We going through these curses while we living. We soldiers on the mission until the dead in Christ is risen. I thank the Lord for all the biggins, Most High in Christ for all the fallen soldiers that I didn't mention. For all the fallen sisters too. Through the years trying to fight back the tears cause we missing you. And I never met Common War, but I hear stories from the brothers. In the truth, he was a dinosaur. And I know one day we all gotta die. I pray I go honorable like Makata's eye. Fighting through these curses to survive. I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers, fighting through these curses to survive. I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers. It's war at all costs, they killing us off. We holding on to all thoughts, no memories lost. And you can fall for they snare.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move it coast shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bust shit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on stopping, got this bitch off the hand, got the juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move it coast shit. Hey! One way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Coming up on my new
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a cod. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move it coast shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping.
told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let her fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this. Bada bing, I popped the least spit. I iced out all my crowns, ring and necklace. Do what the men above had taught me. Hey, you say I play too hot, no coffee. I had to change my life like this, yeah. I'm taking life for what it is, yeah. Quit acting blind, you need some lenses. Abiding by the damn scriptures, hey. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let her fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. Quit the fuss, show me love, I need love. Don't wanna leave me, yeah. I'm mixing up my damn problems. I'm mixing out all of that violence. If you with me, we on that fly shit. To all these worldly bastards round us, I say, I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let her fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world, it don't go together. Know where it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. They ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Any man give his life for YAHANNA, Mashiach in Christ, and fall up under that U.P.K banner is my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Nah, this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race to make merchandise, how to buy bills. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dogs for this truth, nigga, cool zone. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sin, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt, I'm gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die, so you can miss me with that love talk. My U.P.K soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. With that
Yay-Z. You know the chop. I.S.U.P.K. Badness no sir. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced. The key them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face. The key never tell us we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the U.P.K around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the U.P.K around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up. We no take date up, we no stay up. And when the next day come, we no change up. My heart them bad as them wake up. AK boss boy head top shake up. So tell a pussy hold down violate us. No care where you status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one West link bigger than NATO. Man we boss it to NATO. Only man we afraid that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the U.P.K around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the U.P.K around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that leg straight. Shot misplaced. The teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face. The key never tell us we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around. When you see the U.P.K around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. Yo, what about the bomber clot to them boy, man? Bad mind never kill them. Suffocate to no pussy word. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog we beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Hey, but anyway though, this a no playground. The Glock 19, they have to stay round. Nah take no check with me payroll. Anything rise up, play down. Them a send check but they won't. Dog we will make it step if they don't. But at the same old, said them want smoke but the grab a done flame out. A couple gyal a come through. Gyal a WhatsApp what she gonna come to. She a give me tap and she swallow some juice. Gyal a suck cock till me Jonathan blow. Bentley van a come through. Convert to the drop top still have a sunroof. The dog them roll strap you want proof. Alright, wanna move. Anyway my dogs go in the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog they beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see say we's them dad. Aye, Jeff say go fuck it up, so we fuck it up. Big up all of me friend them all who me never big up. All who know they ass up, I ain't in a cup. Life shake up, you know me friend but that's how we go. Greenfield say we tough, so we a fi bust. And all who a flip up and a lip up a fill it up. Girl pussy way buff, one give we a fuck. One the pussy bust, one her belly stuff with the fat cock. Nicky me give back shot really. Girl a bad hype up if you're not that pretty. Money say make you know him can't chat silly. Anything we beat we have a fat clock with it. Flick your bad with it, this a chop city. Anywhere we go we a lock that city. Money in a pocket city, fat Billy. Don't come around if you're not family. Anyway my dogs go in on the street them bad. talking of with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks upon we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog they beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The week of Passover is packed with exciting events, hosted by the I.S.U.P.K. and Commanding General YAHANNA. On Tuesday, a deep-sea fishing trip with the generals. Arrival and boarding time at 7:30 a.m. The boat leaves at 8 a.m. sharp.
Then on Wednesday, April 13th, join us for the annual lamb slaughter from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., making sure the children of Israel have fresh lamb for the Passover.
Then, after that, the I.S.U.P.K. is having a fish fry from 4 p.m. until, which will lead to the scripture breakdown class with General Muhammad. Then, on Thursday morning, Hebrew Academy participants will see if they have what it takes to endure the Hebrew Academy trials.
Commanding General YAHANNA has something special lined up for the children with a children's party from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m.
Come join Commanding General YAHANNA on Cocoa Beach as we renew our oath unto the Lord.
Because he's supposed to understand the power of the Most High that will destroy him and will destroy him real soon. Read.
That assuredly, knowing unto what oaths they had given credence, they might afterward be of good cheer.
You hear that? They was of good cheer, came along with the Lord as one, and became of good cheer while tens of thousands of Egyptians died. I know y'all don't like to talk about this, but you better put this war spirit back in you, Israel. You better get that spirit back in you, man. You better get that spirit of warfare back in you, because the Lord will put blood on the streets of America and around this world, brother.
Followed by a hotel ballroom, all black and Hebrew Academy dinner from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then on Friday, April 15th at 5 p.m., join us for the Lord's annual Passover as commanded in the scriptures
at 5 p.m. sharp.
On Saturday, April 16th, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's right, we're going to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Commanding General YAHANNA has it all lined up for you, Israel. Come keep the Lord's Passover. Shalom.
U.P.K. Who and West? Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace, him start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, contamination. Adjust the law, statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Adjust part of the nation. Daniel get a vision. Him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean on is I.S.U.P.K and the General YAHANNA. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land. Every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yahawashi Mashiach is a black man who have fear. Let him hear. Time to prepare. Spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear. We no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Batman are just part of the mission. Yahawashi never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth comes our ammunition. Adjust the law, statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the mission. Send evils and curses on the horse sitting on the beast and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first days. Hey, 400 years they work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and then the doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to building off it turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to building off it turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn. Hey, I just part of the mission. Yahawashi never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth guns are ammunition. Adjust the law, statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Adjust part of the mission.
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking. The moment they are called, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. You will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my daughters safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Sitting in that room, hear the interrogator's voice. They asking why I do it. I tell them I had no choice. Couldn't take a threat or a risk to my family, so throw the book at me. I take them charges happily. Ain't no need for no polygraphs or forensics. I put that fucker in a body bag, I'll admit it. Fuck a sentence or the jury that will convict me. They don't understand, it's my family, they represent me. So for them, I risk my freedom, roll the dice. I ain't got much more for you crackers, go ahead and give me life. You don't know what it's like for the people that you love. They ain't there to get salutes, they ain't there to give you hugs. The same that done pulled me from the dirt and from the mud, it's gone because of who? Y'all rather shed your blood. My brother's kids like my other kids. If you touch them, fuck around, get another bid, plus 10. Put me in the Supermax, I get super jacked, working out every day, canteen super stack, cool with that. Long as it mean my daughter's safe, my brother's winning, that's a chance I take. Still my fate. I do anything to keep my brothers safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. I got wives that done gave they y'all to stand beside me. Kids that can't see me fall, look at me proudly. Respected by men with honor up on their names. You harm I'm one of them, I promise that you'll see pain. I'm one West train, made an oath to uphold it. Stood with my back against the wall, never folded. Grew up in the city where the love ain't brotherly. I ain't had too many friends, I ain't need the company. I'm my father's son, so I'm cool, just don't fuck with me. I say that you my homie, you're my brother, then you stuck with me. Never turn my back on mine, it's to the dirt. You cross them across that line, I end you first. What only make it worse is loyalty hard to find. Never think cause you out of sight, you out of mind. And I don't mind dying now, cause reincarnation got me coming back. Same scars in my heart aching. Be parlaying with killers from all places. Every last one of them for me a broad day shit. So what you think, I won't do it for them? Once they let me out the cell, shit, I do it again. It's for the family. I do anything to keep my brother safe. I'm putting food on my daughter's plate. You fucking losers, y'all just can't relate. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. Find me on the first 48. I do anything to keep my people safe. You harm them, you will find me on the first 48.
All right, shalom. With the I.S.U.P.K started out 1 West, Harlem, New York, and today, you know what I mean, Friday, 9 to 11. Sorry, a bit late. You know what I mean? Also, give me a 1 hour count if you can hear me. And we're going to get it in, man. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Tazap1, Kapar, Napash, Nakapaya. You know what I mean? Big up to everyone, man. Like, share, subscribe, put your comments in. Also, call the show as well, man. Call the show on 079-607-46784. 079-607-46784, man. Everyone in the UK, Brum, Manny, London, Leicester, Netherlands, you know what I mean, all over. Make sure you contact this number, man, and get in contact with the brothers, you know what I mean, in the school. Also, next week, the 15th, man, 15th of April, the Lord's annual Passover, man, in Cocoa Beach. Make sure you're there. Make sure you reach, man. We might even do a little on the ends in America, you get me? Who knows? Who knows, man? If we ain't having too much fun, keeping low cost. Go jump me if you need to. You get me? We might even do one on the ends, man. Shalom to Zarp 1. Big up to Zarp 1 live from Manny. The quarters are here. Quarters, I better give them a shout, man. Give them a shout, man. It's lucky, man.
Shalom.
Come on, man. Quarters are the Reaper right there, man. Cocoa Beach. You see me in Cocoa Beach, you get me? Looking for the ladies with the... Is it the white? I'm not sure which color it is. Let me not put it out there, because if it's in the wrong color, it could look bad for you, get me? The crochet that said you're single anyway, is looking for them ones, you get me? So we're going to do that, man. It's going to be a good place, man. Make sure you're there. Also, like, share, subscribe this thing, man. We're trying to push this to the end, man. Like, share, subscribe on the end. Contact the show. Give your input, man. I'm going to get into a few stories. So the first story we're going into, this is a sister, man, that the 80-year-old woman, 80-year-old grandmother, man, that lives in South London, and living conditions that the white man got to living in was disgusting, man. Got living in disgusting, horrible conditions, man. Let me drop this real quick, man. It's a luck here. And it reads, Gran, 88 with terminal cancer, given bucket and sandbags by Lambeth Council to manage severe kitchen leak. And this is the grandma right here, man. That could be your grandma, my grandma. How is it Afghans and Ukrainians get a place to live, man? England got money. Imagine this. England got money. How do I know England got money? Because England was paying people $350 to house a Ukrainian.
Right.
So England got money. So how come when it comes to black people, they ain't got no money, man?
That's right.
When you go to the council, imagine this. Imagine you go to the council to fix your leak. When you go to the council for them to fix your leak, what do you expect them to do?
Right.
No, like, what do you expect the council to do?
You expect them to fix it?
Yeah, that's what you expect. You expect to fix it. Imagine the council give her a bucket and sandbag. Imagine you're paying your rent, man. If she was 1 month behind on her rent, they would tell her, listen, you got to move out of here. This woman's paying her rent, man. She's entitled for someone to come out and fix it, but guess what? She's the wrong color. She's the wrong color, man. She came out black, man. And the council give her a bucket and said, here you go, man. Give her a bucket. They saying we ain't fixing nothing. And that's the life how black people live, no matter where we go, man. That's right. Don't tell me about BAME, black and Asian. Because let me tell you something, black and Asians don't go for these things together, man.
That's right.
about black and Asian minority. By the way, minority ethnic. Some stupid like that. Listen, don't tell me about BAME because Asian people don't go through this, man. Romanian people put nothing into this country, man. It's lucky, not Romanians. Ukrainian people put nothing into this country. Yet everybody loves them and everybody wants to house them, and people are extending their houses and welcoming them into their house. Meanwhile, this 8-year-old woman been working for England since she was probably 16, man. Probably even from birth, who even knows? And when she goes to the council to fix the kitchen, which she's entitled to, they give this sister what, a bucket, man, and sandbags, man.
And that's it, man. When it comes to black people, nobody wants to help, man. Everyone wants to help these other nations.
That's right.
When it comes to these other nations, everyone's coming like action, man. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, £300 for every household, man. That must be a good £1 billion budget or something, man. So luck, yeah.
Trust me.
And when it comes to us, no one got no time for us. No one got no sympathy for us. Give man a sandbag. Why? Because imagine I'm paying my rent, man. I'm entitled for you to come out there and fix his house. You know what I mean? You're entitled to come out here and fix my sink, man. And you give me a bucket like I'm some pest. Like I'm lucky to be here. Like listen, you're lucky to be in England. Let me tell you something. Black people are not lucky to be in England, man.
That's right.
Ukrainians are lucky to be in England, man. Afghans are lucky to be in England. Black people pay their money to come to England, man. Ukrainians come to England as a family. Black men come to England as individuals, man. You know how black men come to England? They'll in Jamaica or in the islands, they'll save money, and the one with the most potential, they'll send him first, man. And that individual will go get a job, and then send for a next one. We are lucky to be here, man. We grinded to be here. We deserve our sink fix, man. Meanwhile, here comes the Ukrainians, man. Free NHS healthcare, all these free things. They are lucky to be here, man. We ain't lucky to be here, man. We worked our way to be here. You know what I mean? We paid the cost, man. Let me see if I got the video real quick. So the video of the sisters of a kitchen leaking, man. Let me show you real quick.
That's the water.
The bucket fills up.
And then overflows.
And we were given sandbags.
As you can see, because nobody knows.
And the blanket.
By Lambeth.
To try and stem the leak and the flood in the kitchen.
And this has been going on since when?
December 2021.
Okay, and we are now on the
20th.
Look at that. From December 2021, what's that, what? Almost 5 months. Sister got a leaking house, man. Damaged carpets, damaged floors. And no one cares, man. It's like, give me that scripture real quick, man, in Neutralism about won't show favor to the young nor the old. Let me get that one real quick, man. I think it's Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Let me see if you can get it real quick. Yeah, 28 and 50. Deuteronomy 28 and 50, man. Shalom to Tazna about I, Hawaba, Zarpwan, Aisha, Kamala. Who else is in there? Sharapar. Big up to everyone, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. You know what I mean? Got my regulars in here, so luck, yeah. I got my regulars in here. You know, come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
And that's talking about the oppressor, man.
All right.
You know what I mean? Esau, man, the white man, the Bible speaks of, man. This man got fierce countenance, man. And don't care if you're young or you're old. The Lord said he will set a man on us, a man to pursue us and punish us. And this man don't care if you're young or you're old, man.
That's right.
This man don't care if you're in your mid-20s like Mark Duggan. He don't care if you're 18 like Rashad and Charles. And he don't care if you're a Windrush either, man. He will deport you. You ask him for something that you're entitled to, and he gives you sandbags, man. Sandbags and a bucket, man. I don't need sandbags. You know what? I need a plumber, man.
Yeah.
That's what I paid for, man, when I signed the lease. That's what I paid for when I was paying my rent, man. And they give black people a sandbag and a leash. You know why? Because black people are nothing, man.
Right.
Anybody else, there'll be an uproar. Anybody else, you can't do that. They'll be suing. But black people, you know that we're on the bottom and we're low and we're poor. And you also know no one cares about us. And that's why you treat us the way you do, man.
That's right.
Terrible, man. We don't watch that, man. That's why we Passover coming up, man. We're gonna celebrate the death of our enemies, man.
Right.
That's how we get down, man. So luck, yeah.
And nobody wants to celebrate Passover, you know. They want to celebrate Christmas and Valentine's and Easter, you know. When our celebrations are meaningful, you know what I mean?
There you go, man. Let them know, man. Nobody
Also,
wants to celebrate these good days, man. Look at this sister right here, man. This could be your grandma, man. This could be your grandma, man, suffering, and no one gives a damn. People care about poor Ukrainians who are racist, by the way. Ukrainians are racist, man.
right.
Ukrainians said that black people can't get on their buses and trains, man. And somehow no one cared. They want to ban Will. Listen, the Oscars here want to ban Will Smith because of his actions. They said because of Will Smith's actions, we can't support that kind of behavior. And we're gonna take his Oscar away from him, and we're gonna ban Will Smith for 10 years. That's what they said. Jimmy Savile was knighted, and they took the knightship back because he's a pedophile, and we can't support pedophiles. So why are you supporting racist people, man?
Right.
You usually said, you know what, we're gonna support the Ukrainians, but after what we saw with how they're treating black people, now it's a shame. I can't support that, man.
Right.
I can't support that. But this is the problem, though. Anyone can diss black people, and no one cares, man.
Right.
No one gives a damn, man. You got some open racists that left black people to die, man.
That's
in
right.
their country, still come to England.
Right.
England pointed it out. Oh man, it's racist. What's going on over there in Ukraine? And then said, oh, anyway, bring him over anyway.
Right.
Bring him over anyway. No one goes, no. No one said, no one goes, you know what? We're gonna bring him over. But after what we saw, we can't support that.
Right.
With Will Smith, they said what? We was gonna give him an Oscar, but after what we saw, we can't give him an Oscar. We can't allow that behavior. But when it comes to black people, who gives a damn?
I'll give you a precept.
Go on, hit me.
Zechariah 11 and verse 5. Whose oppressors slay them.
And our oppressors slay us, man. Kill us, man. But no, these are oppressors or possessors.
Whose possessors.
Yeah, man. Possessors. The oppressor is our possessor, man. He owns us, man. You gotta go to him for a passport. Got to go to him if you want education. Got to go to him if you want a wife, man.
Right.
You want a wife, you gotta ask him to sign a marriage certificate. He even owns your birth certificate, man.
That's right.
For the day, even if you die, even when you die, the man got papers on you, man. This man's your possessor, man. Our possessors slay us, man.
That's right.
Slay us like how they slave Mark Duggan. Slay us like how they slave Sean Charles, Jermaine Baker. The list goes on, man. Keep it in.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they hold themselves not guilty, man. So I ain't guilty. I didn't have slaves. Me personally, I didn't have slaves. So why should I feel guilty, man? There's a video on it. There's a video with a white man saying, "Listen, I don't feel guilty for slavery. I don't feel guilty for what my people did that are not alive right now. To your people that are not alive right now, man. That's what they do. They kill black people and say, well, that's the past, man.
That's right.
You have to eat it up, man. That was back then. This is now, man. That's how it is, man. So let's move on anyway. So this is Boris talking about some gender neutral business, man. You know what I mean? For once in my life, I heard Boris talk a little sense, man. So luck, yeah.
I don't think that it's reasonable for kids to be deemed so-called Gillick competent to take decisions about their gender or irreversible treatments that they may have. I just don't. I think there should be parental involvement at the very least. That's the first thing. Second thing, I don't think that biological males should be competing in female sporting events, and maybe that's a controversial thing to say, but it just seems to me to be sensible. And I also happen to think that women should have spaces which are, whether it's in hospitals or prisons or change rooms or wherever, which are dedicated to women.
Listen, man. That's the most smartest thing Boris has ever said, man.
That's right.
Let women play in women's sports, man. Let men play in men's sports, man. It's ridiculous, man. Boris, listen, it's getting out of control. Got these big, hefty men wanting to be in a women's sport, man. Let the women play netball, man.
Right.
Let the women play netball. Listen, men are built different, and women are built different, man. That ain't fair. Imagine this quarters are you're a man here, and you're not really good at basketball. So then what do you do now to get the gold medal? Well, I identify as a woman. Now you're on the pitch, fouling every woman. On the courts, like you're fouling every woman. You got big, strong arms, so you're doing good, nice shots, good whoosh, and beating the woman, man. That ain't fair, man. And this is how upside down England is. You can't pick and choose when men and women are equal, man.
Right.
If a man beats up a woman, he goes to jail, man.
That's right.
He goes to jail. Why? Because you hit a woman. Everyone's like, oh man, you just hit a woman. How could you hit a woman? Everyone will say, listen, what kind of man are you? You hit a woman? But if men and women are equal, then this man shouldn't spend time in jail, man.
Right.
He should get the same amount of time. Basically, he should get regular GBH, man. In fact, he shouldn't even go jail because if two men have a fight, if two men in England have a fair fight, you don't even go jail, man.
That's right.
The police just break it up. And if a man beats a woman, police should say, well, it's a, you are equal to him, so basically, boom. You know what I mean? It's a regular fight, man. Just dust it off. Spend a night in a cell and just go back your ways, man. But they don't. They lock you up. You know why? Because they know men are stronger than women, man.
That's right.
So how some big, strong man going to be on the same football pitch as a woman, man?
Right.
Could you imagine lean back and blast that ball? Ooh. I feel sorry for that woman keeper, man. That woman goalkeeper's going to get it, man. And so lucky, listen, I got loads of daughters, man. And let me find out. Let me go to one of my kids' football matches, man. And they tell me that, listen, one of them kids are transgender. She ain't playing. Man. You're not going to damage my daughter, man.
Right.
Let me find out that number 10's a man, and let him slide tackle my daughter, man. Listen, I'm going for them parents, man. Them parents, all that boy are gonna get it, man. Your big tough son just assaulted my little delicate daughter, man. There's gonna be issues. I don't care what he identifies himself as. I don't care what he thinks himself. I don't care what his head tells him. That's a man that just assaulted my daughter, man. And the parents have to pay. So lucky.
Yeah, man. And that's the problem with society nowadays, you know. That you can identify as what you want to identify yourself as. I could say I'm a crocodile right now.
Fuck it
you
up.
know what I mean? And society will accept that. But I'm not a crocodile. You know what I mean? I'm a human being. And this is the problem right now, man. When man come into this society right now, man understand this pure confusion, man. And this is what the Bible's been speaking of, man. It's just pure confusion, man. Like what they're saying, they can compete with men. They can't compete with men. They ain't got the testosterone, man.
Come on, man.
They ain't got the hormones, you know what I'm saying? This is why they have to take them hormone tablets, man. Listen, understand this, man. You'll never be a man, and a man will never be a woman, man. That's right. And this is according to the Bible, man. God made you how he made you, man. And listen, man, it will never transgress, man.
Listen,
it will never,
man. You know what I mean? And listen, a woman is not just a woman because she has long hair, man. It's down to her fibers, like her being is saying I'm a woman. Even her makeup, man. The fact that she got the X and X chromosome, man. The fact that she has, estrogen, and the fact that she's emotional and cry. The fact that she has a period, man. The fact that she bleeds every month, man. And these transgender men are gonna put on a wig and say I'm a woman. That's disrespectful to you women, man. Like, all you women out there talking about, I got transgender friends and they're my friends. And listen, he is disrespecting you, man. He's saying to be you, all it takes is a wig and some heels, man. And they're taking the piss. Like a man saying to be quarters, all I need is a pair of sunglasses or all I need is a headpiece. You'd be like, yo, who are you talking to, man? It's more than that to be me. And they're saying to be you is to put on a wig, man. You know about you women out there cooking and slaving and braiding and doing all the good things women do, man. You know, women are nice and delicate and loving, stroke your beard, giving nice words. And some big tough man saying, I can do what you do. Just give me a wig and some heels, man. He's saying that's your job. Just wig and heels, man.
Let me get a scripture.
Go on.
1 Peter 3 and verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Oh shit.
Giving honor.
All right. So here all going on.
Captain.
Listen, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's 7 days before Passover.
That's right.
7 days and about 3 hours before Passover. If you ain't get a ticket, go get a ticket now.
That's right.
If you can't afford a ticket, start swimming now. You'll reach.
That's right.
Row the boat like Elephant Man. Row the boat. Signal the plane. And then parachute. Because by this time next week, we're gonna be down in Cocoa, Florida. I mean, it's an insane location. The hotels. Guess how much hotels Commander Junior have this year?
Guess.
Unless you know. I don't know if you know already.
No, but I thought you'd be rhetorical.
No, give me a number.
100.
Nah, don't be silly. 100.
Shit. Nah, I wish. Listen, we getting there. They're damn near 100. But for sure, it's about 6 hotels altogether this year.
Oh no, I thought you meant rooms. I thought you meant rooms, like yeah.
Nah, the rooms is way more than that. It's more than that, but the hotels altogether, it's about 6 hotels this year from Command and YAHANNA. You know what I mean? Like this Passover 2022, boy, is gonna be, gonna be insane, absolutely insane. I just said let me touch base with you all this week. I know last year, I don't know if you remember, we was on the road in Texas, and I jumped in a little bit, showed you all the venue. You know what I mean? Last year Passover, I think we was in Texas, and we came on. A couple of brothers, was able to check you all out on the show. So I just want to make sure if anybody, they're talking about all these Passover difficulties. Ain't no difficulty. Just get there.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, just get there. What's going on, Quatazar?
I'm there, Captain.
You're
just
there. You're there.
Getting ready for my Passover,
Yeah, man. Yeah, listen. I'm trying to tell you, make sure I have a strong drink. I hear they have some alligators waiting for you.
I'm not in the alligator thing, Captain.
Listen, man, you're gonna have to be in it. You're gonna be in it or of it or somehow. You know what I mean? So what we dealing with this week, Akim?
Why, I stole his line. But
no, don't use that.
We gotta speak on the Grammys, man. This year at the Grammys, some unknown group, well, unknown to me anyway, I never heard them, called Soulja, SOJA, took the Grammy for the best reggae award, man. You know what I mean? I know Bounty Killer was fuming. You know what I mean? I'll get there.
And what he was saying?
He was saying how, Spice been in the game how much years, and Soulja, a group that's not even Jamaican, he's saying not about their color, but the fact that they ain't even Jamaican and no one really knows them like that. Upset about it like that, man. You know what I mean?
Right. What story you was just in when I came in there? So like, I need to interrupt you, but I wanted to give some good Passover vibes. I want you on that plane, Mary. I want the pilot to say, "Hey, shalom, happy Passover." I want them to fully understand what they're dealing with. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Yeah. What story you all had?
Oh, the sister that it's like I said, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the sister that she's like 8 years old, eight, I think she's 88, grandmother, paying her rent on time, doing her thing, and she got a leak in the kitchen, and the government gave her a bucket and some sandbags, man. But what she needs is a plumber. That's what she's paying for. And just saying how when it comes to our people, that's what no one cares. No one knows. Everyone knows she's not gonna sue. She got no voice, no leadership. You know what I mean? That's why you need to be in the UPK, man. This couldn't be. This story was given to one of us. So something will be done about it. But when you're in the world and you're vulnerable, all the heathen they pray on you, man, and they know that they pray on the weak, and they know you're 88. No one cares about you, and when you put in a complaint to the government, to the council, they give you buckets in a sandbag, man.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And where was the flooding?
Flooding in the kitchen. 3 months straight. She's been flooding, messing up her carpet, messing up her whole floor and stuff. And this is the sister right here, sir. Granny 88 with terminal cancer, given bucket and sandbag by Lambeth Council to manage severe leak in kitchen. She has been given just months to live, but cannot stay in her home of 44 years that she loves.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild as hell. That's a wild. And but what location was she in?
South London. I know Lambeth is South London, definitely. I know Brixton's in the borough of Lambeth.
And they be flooding down there still?
No, I think her house is just one flooded. There've been no updates on how she get on now, but this is a recent story. It's like a couple of days old, about a week old at most.
But of course, white UK, United Kingdom, they don't care nothing about that.
That's right.
But they care about Ukrainians though. Ukrainians, you get 350 to house Ukrainian.
Yeah,
you fit it, man, boy. And what's mad? It's about 350 to probably fix a sink. But you'd rather give 350 to a man to house a Ukrainian. You know what I mean? Every Ukrainian family that you house, you get 350. All of a sudden, the government has popped out with this money. All of a sudden, this budget. if you give 350 to what 1,000 people, that's peas, man. And the government got a budget, man. They're giving out 350s, but for this sister, there's no money. This sister don't get 350. She gets a bucket, some sandbags. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
shame, man.
Yeah, that's ridiculous right there. That's I mean, but okay, this is sad part about it too. Like people, even her and her relatives would see and hear us on the street and say we crazy.
That's right.
They would listen. They would see how we live and how we operate, and and they would call us a cult.
That's right.
But in here, especially the quote unquote weaker sex, you know what I mean, the weaker vessel, our sisters. All they had to do is make a phone call, and brothers is lining up to come and give assistance. It could be, to fix something in the house or do something. She wouldn't. And that's really the real tragedy. That as a people, we still had a call on, the parliamentary representative at this stage. You know what I mean? When they should be calling the UPK for whatever help. You know what I mean? Shamgan and Hakayan could go down there and handle that situation.
That's right.
Easily. They ain't how to get on, we don't need your bucket. We don't need your bucket. Just leave us the hell alone. We go down right there and we, go handle that. Whatever. If it's a pipe bust, you know what I mean? If it's a pipe bust, we have plumbers in the school. Straight up certified plumbers in the school out there in what is it, Gloucester? Mousa? Yeah, we are straight up plumbers in the school. I think Carawan ain't too far behind with that plumbing either. You know what I mean? So, whatever it is, we are chefs in here, plumbers, mechanics. You're sitting down next to our master mechanic right there. That's what I mean? You have carpenters, builders. Like, you don't have to call, you don't have to call on your local councilman no more. It's called the UPK, but you're going to have to pay your tithes, though.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You're going to have to render unto Caesar what is Caesar and render to the Lord what's the Lord. That's right. You're going to have to, you're coming at 10%, but for sure, whatever assistance you need, the UPK is here for it. You know what I mean? It's bigger and stronger and badder and filled with more of the Holy Spirit than ever before.
That's
what I mean? So that's rough on that sister, but boy, I'm slowly coming to the point of if you in the world and you going through that, you want to go through that because the UPK, you know about it, but you're not, you ain't trying to come through the doors. Like this is a place where we fix problems. You know what I mean?
That's right.
This is a place where we get. So, like, Quatzal is going to say something.
Khan Captain. Because in England, you get benefits and things like that. So it's like a question when these people, Salakia, they're asking for like handouts, but they're getting handouts from the government. And then on another hand, if you're at that level of Salakia, I don't know how to word it.
Meaning like if you're in a position where you need government help.
Yeah, government help. That's when you come to the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? But we don't offer like money for drugs. We offer food and them things there. You know what I'm saying?
You right about that. I mean, and okay, it ain't even if you're not in that position and you're a professional, you come up in here where you could be of service to your people. You're a lawyer, doctor, psychologist, therapist, social worker. You know what I mean? You was in the oppressor's military. You get the point? You was in his military for some part, some reason. You come up in here and you could be of service to your people. You get the point? You could leave your oppressor behind. But this the other thing too, Quarters are like how you say, people who need the welfare or the government assistance. Like, don't feel no how about taking no welfare. I know especially with Benjamin. Benjamin be extra proud with going down there and putting your name for some handout with your old proud ass. Go and get that handout. You know why you should go get that handout? Because your parents was killed for it.
That's right.
Your parents was beaten badly for it and raped and set on fire. That's not a handout. That's called workman's comp. That's workman's compensation. When you get injured on the job and you get an accident on the job and something fall on your hand and the company had to pay you for the rest of your life. But guess what? All that welfare shit they be talking, that's workman's comp. We've been employed for 400 years and you done murdered my parents. Nigga,
That's right.
Pay me. Pay me the money because they ain't making them Ukrainians feel bad for all them handouts they getting.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
If I may say,
feel bad. Go ahead.
Ukrainians actually got a handout. Like black people got no handout, man. I was saying earlier, in the Caribbean, like families will put money together, and the youngest one or the one with the most potential, they'll send him by himself, no family.
Mm-hmm.
That brother was to come to the UK and boss and send for someone else. That's not a handout. Ukrainians, Romanians, they got a handout. They come over here free, free off the government, refugee passport, asylum seeker passport, all free. You get housed. The government pays other people £300 to house them, to put in their house. That's a handout, man. We don't get no handouts, man. You know what I mean? But
that's crazy.
You know, but like what you were saying though, if you're giving something free, take it, man.
Yeah. Listen, man. Okay, the thing ain't free. Like they tell you, okay, I'm giving you this free, so that it's something to disarm you, to make you feel like your oppressor doing something for you. That nigga ain't doing nothing for you. He able to have that excess or that extra money because of all the slavery your people went through.
That's right.
That's why he's so rich and powerful. He ain't giving you that free. You gave up something for that little welfare, that little piece of money they're giving you. You gave up your identity. You gave up your foreparents. You gave up your religion. You gave up your language. And they have a problem paying it. Google right now how much America pays to the state of Israel every year. You know what I mean? Quarters, do me a favor. Bring that camera in a little bit closer. I think it's a little bit too far away.
Definitely right. Actually touch too much.
Yeah, that's because slightly pull it in closer a little bit too far for you. You know what I mean? Where Blood Warrior? Where he at?
Is he there? Is he in the building?
He packing?
No, he's there. Take care 1 and 2.
Okay. Well, don't bring it in too close. I thought it was just 2 of you. Yeah, that's a little better. No, that's too wild. Pull it in a little more. That way you'll just squeeze in when you get through there.
Come on, Carl. It says, in 2020, the US gave $3.8 billion in aid to Israel, part of a long-term yearly commitment made under Obama administration.
3 point how much?
3.8 billion
in 2020, right?
Come on, Khan.
How much was it in 2021 and 2019 and 2018?
2021, yeah?
Yeah. If them figures is out. They're probably, them figures ain't out yet.
Okay, cool. It says the United States has given Israel a total of 146 billion in bilateral assistance. Oh, that's in the military.
And bilateral assistance. So their military does get 100 and so far they got a total of how much? 100 and what?
146 billion.
146 billion to buy guns and boots and planes and to feed their military. Yeah, so like if they want to end the Bloods and the Crips and the Gangster Disciples and the Burger Boys and the Tottenham Man them. And who else is that?
Duchesne and Sully. I'm joking.
If they want to end Top Boy and Duchesne and Sully, you would give us $100 and something billion to fund our military. We wouldn't be robbing each other and we wouldn't rob you, but we'll be able to defend ourselves against anybody who tried to enslave us. Right. You understand?
You know what's crazy about that though?
Go ahead.
What's crazy that they got 146 billion just for the military? Like 146 billion could run a small country, and they got that just for the military, not for their healthcare, not for housing, not for schools, just for the military alone.
Yeah.
So how much they got in total? Oh, that's crazy, man. The figures are mad.
And okay, and that figure in 2020, that's just for 1 year. They've been getting money from America for years. Every year, 2 point something billion, 3 point something billion dollars in just paying them off. And that's welfare. They ain't do shit to get that money. You understand? They ain't do nothing to get that money. But our people, you go down there and you try to sign up for a little welfare. Everybody talk. First off, you're putting on the big shades to hide your whole face. Wearing the hat and the coat. Not the coat. What is it called?
Trench coat.
The trench coat. The old, the roadman jacket. And you flick that thing up and you go in there because you ain't want nobody see you going for welfare. Listen, not me. Not me. I'm going down. I want all the free NHS. I want all the council house. Give me every council house. Give me all the food vouchers, the little food, whatever it is. Give you all. I want it all because my parents was cutting cane and getting beaten, and nobody gave a damn.
That's right.
You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, you still owe me here. That's right. Pagaibo said right, and it still would never be enough compensation. He's so right. You know what I mean? Like what they're giving us is just a little, but he's such the devil. He'd make us feel shame for taking the shit. When nigga, you owe that shit us. You owe it. You know what I mean?
That's right. Like so before the soldier thing, one video I saw this week, man, and this video was so Christian. I have to play it for you, man. I mean, but I'll let the video speak for itself. It was so Christian, man. I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
I find talking to Allah helps a lot.
This is where I've struggled though, because I've lost so much faith, Courtney. I've lost so much faith. This really makes me tear up of how much faith I have lost in God because he let me down. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. If you are spending your whole entire life worshiping, and at the time of need that you need this Almighty and he doesn't help you out, how can you still have faith? You know, that's the only time in my life that I need him. I wouldn't even need him for myself. I just needed him for my mum. And it kills me to know that I wouldn't even be with
I feel like it's like
nah, it's all good.
If I may say, I saw this and I thought, this is Christianity. Like Christians think that God works for them, and like what you used to say, your Christianity is about feelings and love and being high, like being on a drug. And the one day things don't go your way, well, I don't believe God exists no more, because if he exists, he will help me, and I. Like you said, I want to hear what your views is on it though. But I just thought it's hella Christian.
Listen, hold on. This back the tape up to the beginning. The first the first. Wait, I wonder if I could. Yeah, I could get it too, man. This stream out, boy. This stream out bad as
You got control over this side as well.
Oh man,
this stream out bad as bad. Play it back from the beginning now.
And
from it.
I find
well, not from the beginning, from where you started playing.
Lost so much faith.
Okay, yeah, right there. Okay, this is the real problem, man. Somebody had to stop giving these whores a platform. Because this is a full-out whore right here, brother. This here is, this is the village bicycle. Everybody gets a turn. This is the girl who, and of course she done come to the church and done been destroyed and molested and all that. But somehow somebody is giving these, women of the night, these easy women, a platform. And that's where, a lot of the bullshit that we're talking about comes from. That's that whole Jada Pinkett thing. That Jada Pinkett is an adulterous slime pit of a whore. But she has a platform. And she gets to talk and ask questions. And question what? You get the point? And question, like, what is we talking about here? So now go ahead and play it again now, please.
Courtney, I've lost so much faith. This really makes me tear up of how much faith I have lost in God because he let me down. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. If you are spending your whole entire life worshiping, and at the time of need that you need this Almighty and he doesn't help you out, how can you still have faith? That's the only time in my life that I need him. I wouldn't even need him for myself. I just needed him.
And then the heifer says, that's the only time in her life she's needed him. Like she ain't never say, "Oh God," for nothing. See, boy, listen, I'm gonna let y'all chime in, boy, because this thing here gonna send me over the hill with this shit. I'm really tired of proud ass whores talking. I'm tired of it.
Right. That's right.
I'm absolutely tired of them running the goddamn mouth, thinking they know something, and questioning some sort of authority the minute, even to her own, from her own mouth. Like we all know she lying. We all know she done called on the Lord before. But from her own mouth, she said the only one time I needed you, you wasn't there. So, which means the minute you don't please this broad, she's like, I've lost faith in you. That's the mind of a slut.
That's right.
The minute you ain't make her happy, August Alsina, Tupac Shakur, and whoever else. I listen. I slowly think Chris Rock was putting some rod on her too. I slowly think so. Listen. Y'all might say I'm going overboard. Y'all might say, I'm shaming the game too much, but a little bit too much emotion there from Will. You know what I mean?
It's true still. Will probably know something behind closed doors.
Something ain't right there. Something ain't right. So that G.I. Jane joke had more to it. That's some inside joke about, I don't know. But this here is the proof. And that's the spirit of a loose woman. Of a loose woman. The minute she's not pleased, and okay, this is a woman that, okay, she thinks she's been obeying God when she's been acting like she's God and God has to obey her.
That's right.
You understand? Her mother died, Lord be with her and her mother and all that. I understand that. I understand the grief with losing a relative. But nigga, watch your goddamn mouth.
That's right.
Watch your mouth. Who you talking to? But this here is the whole spirit of a slut. And no one around her gasped. No one around her said, what are you saying? Watch your mouth. Nobody checked her. You get the point?
God.
Which is, okay, that's how women like this get power. That's how this type of spirit gets power. Because nobody would tell you, watch your mouth. Shut your mouth. Nobody would tell you you're a slut. You're a nasty whore anyway. Nobody would tell you that. Who would dare tell you that? Because, of course, you such a good goddamn person, right?
Yes.
Like, she's so good. I've worshipped him my whole life, right? I could pull it back.
Combo. We've never got ties from her.
Say again? We've
never received an envelope from her.
Listen, she ain't been to Passover and she ain't coming.
That's right.
What she talking about? She worshiping her whole life.
If you are spending your whole entire life worshiping, and at the time of need that you need this Almighty, and He doesn't help you out, how can you still have faith?
Well, I don't understand Christians, boy. In Christ asked the Lord, Lord, if it be your will,
that's right,
let this cup pass from me.
That's right.
But nevertheless, thy will be done. Like the Lord didn't take Christ's wife or his mother, not that he didn't have a wife, but his mother or something. The Lord killed him, and Christ didn't lose faith. Bitch, excuse my language. Bitch, who the F is you?
That's right.
Brother.
That's like I said.
I've had it up to here with sluts. I'm done. I've had it up to the top. Go ahead.
I'm not sure. I know it's terrible to ask a parent, but I'm not sure she knows that people die. I'm not sure she knows the cycle of life that, people get old and they die someday.
Listen.
Like, people around there, I'm sure she's been to funerals before. People die all the time. And it took someone from your family to die for you to lose faith. Then this ain't for you, man. It feels like what you were. Look at Job, man. Job had it hard, man. He didn't lose faith. But you don't want to believe in God because you don't get your way. And imagine you marry her and now you don't get the bag she wants, or you don't, pick up at the right time, and she's going to sleep with somebody else, man.
Exactly. So, any other y'all can want to jump in?
You want to chime in? Go to what? Nah, go on.
Okay, I don't hear the story.
So say again, Quartus, I ain't hearing you too well.
Could you run the story back?
Yeah, please.
We run it back.
I found talking to Allah helps a lot.
This is where I struggled though, because I've lost so much faith, Courtney. I've lost so much
he's
faith.
a Muslim?
Kalawan Kanse, he's a Muslim, so he believes in Allah, but she's Christian and she,
And he ain't checking the broad next to him.
So you crazy. These Christians are scared of women, man. We'll bite their head off. Like, he's keeping quiet. Everyone's keeping quiet when it comes to black women or women in general. Everyone's keeps their mouth shut. Everyone don't want to smoke. They feel like the women's liberation to come after them. And you can't check a woman. You can't tell them they're wrong. You gotta just take it. You know what I mean? And that's how you can see it on his face. He don't want that. Just keep himself quiet and just.
Brother, you'll have to find a way to get me on some of these damn couches, Somehow, brother, please, please. I'll schedule all my trips around them couches. But I'm going to flip the couch over. Because these people here that's absolutely ridiculous. But go ahead.
This really makes me tear up of how much faith I have lost in God because he let me down. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. If you are spending your whole entire life worshiping and at the time of need that you need this Almighty and he doesn't help you out, how can you still have faith? You know, that's the only time in my life that I need him. I wouldn't even need him for myself. I just needed him for my mum. And it kills me to know that I wouldn't even be with.
What?
Is there any more of the clip?
After that was the clip, sir.
I would like to hear what else she got to say. If anybody know what station this is or channel, let's look it up and see if there's more. But she said the only time in her life, and she lost faith because of that, because you're a whore. You're a whore. And I'm going you one further. This ain't the only time in her life she's lost faith. Yeah, I mean, come on, Dumgaba. I know you got a whole lot here.
Come on,
all I was gonna say, I don't know her mom's lifestyle, but her mom wasn't here, so when the Lord needed her mom to do something, she wasn't doing what the Lord wanted her to do, man.
Right.
What the Lord wants her to do.
That's right.
So she's talking about she's lost faith in the Lord. Listen, man, the Lord ain't dealing with you. You don't want to do what he says, man.
That's right.
It's a two-way street, man. You want the Lord to come through for you. You come through for the Lord. It's that simple. Right. She's sitting on the couch. I've lost faith in the Lord. The one time, listen, man. The one time I wanted the Lord. Listen, man. I'm sure. So what you saying? The Lord didn't come through when he put your mom on the earth. The Lord gave you your mom, man. He gave you your mother, your father. He gave you your children. The Lord gave her all of that. And this one thing when her mom dies, she wants to get rid of everything the Lord has done for her, man. She don't even know she don't know that the Lord will kill her right after the show, man. Right.
Exactly.
She needs to watch her mouth, man.
That's right.
She needs to realize the Lord's a man of war, man, and you need to watch your mouth sometimes.
That's right.
She's running her mouth. I've lost faith in him. Listen, man. This woman doesn't even know what she's talking about, and I wouldn't really blame her. I just blame the Christian church, man.
That's it.
That God is all lovey-dovey and people don't die. They haven't taught her about reincarnation and that her mom will be back, man.
That's right.
Like, if they taught her that, she would have comfort knowing that. She would have comfort knowing, you know what, my mom's coming back one day. But because of Christianity, she don't know these things, man. So she's mad at God, thinking, all right, then death is the end and so forth. What's that precept where it says through the we have hope? Is it in Romans somewhere? With Paul, when he was comforting them.
Where I think it's Romans he's talking about.
No,
say it one more time.
Not Romans 15 and 4. The next one where it says, what's the next one now? I can't remember it. How does it go now?
Yeah, brother, that there is a. You know, if in the meantime while you're looking it up, Karafi, give me if I could get a scripture, please. Give me Isaiah 57 and verses 4 and 5.
No, 7, 4. Come on, Con. 4 and 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Isaiah 57, verse 4. Against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom ye a wide mouth, and draw out the tongue? And ye are not children of transgressors.
Read it one more time, man.
God. Against whom do you sport yourselves?
Right. Like who the hell she thinks she talking to?
That's right.
Like that's what the Bible's saying here in Isaiah. When you say, against who do you sport yourself? You know how your parents would say, who you think you're playing with?
God.
That's what the Lord's saying. Who you think you sporting yourself with? You know what I mean? If you wanna if you're karate, you telling your kids who you are around for, who you think you're around for? Yeah, I mean, who you taking for, you know? You're taking for Papi Show.
God.
You know what I mean? Who you sport yourself with? Like you sit down there in the middle there with your old tight ass clothes and your big old head, and you in the middle like big old queen slut, and talking about what the Lord should do and what the Lord should not do. Bitch, watch your mouth.
That's right.
Watch your goddamn mouth.
Right.
Read on, please.
Come. Against whom Make ye a wide mouth.
Against who do you make a wide mouth? Listen, now, that sounds like every parent I've ever heard of.
Black
you
talk
open
right
your
there.
big old trap. You know what shit you say? You
Right,
make,
my friends say you open your big nasty mouth.
you make open your big nasty mouth.
What you say? You Lord, they playing here. But it's black talk here.
Yeah, man. Against whom you make a wide mouth, meaning like you gonna open your mouth so big to talk against the Lord. The one time I needed him. Listen, woman, that the Lord ain't your husband.
That's right.
I'm telling you, Christian woman, think Jesus is your husband and God is your husband and your boyfriend. God ain't your man, dummy. Go ahead, read, please.
Come on. And draw out the tongue.
And draw out your tongue. Yeah, listen, you know that's black people talking. And you long out your whole tongue to talk about me. You Benjamin, they say you wash your mouth on me. You know what I mean?
Come on, God. That's some black talk right there, man. So luck, yeah.
Go ahead.
Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood?
You understand? Like the Lord know how to diss you. You are a child of transgression. You're ashamed to your mother. That same mother she crying about, this child here is ashamed to her mother.
That's right.
You understand? You're the children of transgression. You're sinners. And a seed of falsehood. You talking about you what she say? Oh, let me play it back from the beginning. Hold on.
Because I have so much faith. This really makes me tear up of how much faith I have lost in God because he let me down. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. If you are spending your whole entire life worshiping.
My whole entire life worshiping. You are the seed of falsehood.
That's
You're a
right.
goddamn liar. You're a liar and you're the children of falsehood. You was not worshiping the Lord. You had everybody worshiping your stank behind. That's
right.
what you was doing. And you thought you was all powerful, that you could tell the Lord what to do. You thought, you had some sort of power. You didn't live in fear of the Lord. You didn't live knowing that the Lord taketh, the Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. You didn't learn that though. All you know is that when you want something, people must give it to you because you're such a good goddamn person.
That's right.
And now the Lord tests you. He didn't give you what you wanted. No, you what she say? I've lost all faith. The one time I needed you, shut up.
That's right.
Shut your mouth.
Big baby, man.
I want to meet on the street, boy. I can't. I'm coming back UK soon. I'm going to have to find whichever city these bros is in and have a canvac and blaze.
That's right.
Just run them out of town. So like you. They're going to say UPK hate woman. I'm going to say what the hell you want. But they're going to learn to shut them out today, though.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Kawan, verse 5. Inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree.
Say read it again.
Inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree.
Inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree. Anybody know what I'm saying?
The evergreen tree part I get, but the inflaming the idols part, nah, I'm not too sure.
It's like you saying you setting yourself on fire with idols. You're getting inflamed. You're getting all enthused over these idols under every green tree. Because we all know, coming from being in the once in the world, that we done went through different religions. And in each religion we was in each ideology, we was gung-ho for that shit. You was in Islam, you was, rolling that R and Bismillah Rakim. And if you study Buddhism, you shaving your head, you eating your rice, you going gung-ho into these false religions under every green tree, just like a whore would just go excitedly and willingly to every man who paying her.
That's right.
And the minute he don't pay, she mad. You understand?
Come.
The minute he don't pay her, she's mad because she's a whore. Right, read on. Read the next verse from here.
Come. Slaying the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rocks.
Slaying all the children in the valleys under the cliffs of the rock. What does that mean?
Damn, I don't even know. That's hard. Slaying. Like, quarters, I want to give it a shot. Go on. Oh, Slack is up here. Got it, sir? RP is frozen.
No, I'm here.
Oh, so being like, you're saying you want something from me. You open your mouth after me. You're wicked, man. You know, you kill children. You worship idols. You abort babies. Is that saying?
Yeah, you aborted them babies in secret.
Come on.
You know what I mean? In the clefts of the rock, the cleft of the rock is like a cave. And back then, of course, you go to do some evil shit in a cave somewhere behind God back, like how we just say, you going all behind God back to do your evil. You understand?
Come on.
But also in the spirit, when they say you slay children, meaning you're giving these children to these idols, these religions. You're sacrificing them to Molech, meaning you're letting them, partake in the customs of these false gods that gonna get them killed. And this broad here is a whore of epic proportions. I'm gonna tell you that straight. Out of her mouth, you could tell what her heart is, and that's in the Bible. Out of their mouth is the overflow of their heart. And if she has that in her to even utter it, to think it is one thing, but to say it, oh my gosh, like this bitch here would try to check God. She would try to check the Lord. 6 months, Hakim. That's all I'm saying. 6 months room. You end up with one of this in your house. You're going to know what real problems is like.
That's right. Why?
You know what I mean? Any more? Don't go by. You found the one you wanted?
Well, I couldn't even find it, but yeah, with this one, it seems like...
Something going on with your mic, I ain't hearing you too well.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Take it.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, based off what she said, you can tell that in her life, she's had so much men worship her, and they do whatever she says. So now, when something that don't go her way, she loses faith. Whereas if a man don't do what she says, she's gonna leave, man, because she's left God off of one thing, man.
Oh,
people usually say how it's supposed to go is during hard times. The Bible says, "Seek the Lord 10 times harder, man." But with her, one little thing, and she's gone, man.
Listen. Go ahead, Dongo. Put on the precepts,
What she's saying is, God. What she's saying is, I'm not going to serve God. God needs to serve me, man. That's what she's saying. She's basically saying that I'm God, and He better do what I say. And she's mad at God that He ain't doing what she wants, man. Whereas she wants to be served and worshipped, and that stems from her being in church and all these men worshiping her, telling her she's pretty and she looks good, and they're going to give her the world and whatnot. And part of her getting the world means God must give her everything that she wants to. She's one of those people. She don't get the job she wants. She blames God. She don't get whatever she gets. Whatever she don't get, she blames God. I had faith in Him, and the one time I needed Him. So she's basically saying, I can do everything else by myself. I've never needed God, but the one time I needed Him. And this is what women say to men all the time. The one time I needed you, you wasn't there for me. So who is she going to go to next? So does she think she's going to find somebody better than God that can do more for her than God?
Exactly.
So I would like to know who she's going to go to next.
who's going to be next, man? Who's going to be boyfriend number 2?
Come on, sir.
Like you so right, Doc. Like that's the truth. Like you said something so heavy in the beginning. Like if she'll turn her back on God, who's supposed to be most powerful, and she said she worshiped Him her whole life, brother, she is going to walk out on you the minute she's angry.
That's right.
As soon as you do something and she don't like it, or you don't do something that she wants you to do, I've been with you for how so and so, I've lost faith. Bitch, you're a slut.
That's right.
You belong in a casino. You're a slut machine. You're just a weak person. You're an absolute weak person. Your mother more than likely done lived a long life, probably wanted to die because she was sick with diabetes and cancer and everything else that plagues our people. But because you selfish, you want her to live on, or for whatever reason. Like, woman, you're not in a position to ask a man something like that, much less the Lord. You understand? Much less the Lord. And that's why the Lord put in order. Give me 1 Corinthians 11, please. You know what I mean? And somebody else give me Jeremiah 3:3, if I could. You know what I mean? Once again, y'all know Passover coming. Passover coming, y'all listen. Y'all get in. We're gonna be representing this time next week. We're gonna be down there. Karathi gonna go live for a second for the on the ends crew. You know what I mean? And make sure everybody ready for next year. Who couldn't make it this year? I know a ton of zones is still under the lockdown and the quarantine. You know, some of the zones is coming through. Some of the zones not able to make it. But the ones who is, man, we're gonna do it up for you and me. We're going to do it up for all Israel, man. We're going to get down there and pray the Lord destroy this place so a slut like this can't open her mouth against the Lord. You know what I mean?
It's lucky say which one you want first, Jeremiah or 1 Corinthians?
Give me 1 Corinthians first, 11 and 3.
1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
You understand? There's a reason the Lord put that hierarchy in there, because if everything was equal, this broad here would challenge the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? So there's a hierarchy there because she needs power over her. She needs power over the top of her. This type of woman. She cannot be given that type of power because she's gonna lead a damn revolt.
Right.
Just like the heathen wife in Esther, right? Vashti, remember the East Indian woman who led the whole revolt? She had a big party for all the wives in the kingdom and led a revolt against the king. It was a heathen king, but his right-hand man came to him and said, listen, we cannot have this. Your wife Vashti is telling all our wives X, Y, and Z. They not only shame us, but they're shaming the kingdom. We're going to have to put a stop to this. And that king put Vashti in a tower. He got rid of her. You understand? He got rid of her because why? You let these type of things go on. Before long, your little daughter will be chastising you.
That's right.
About, I've been a good daughter to you for 4 years, Daddy. The one gift I needed from you, I've lost faith in you. Brother, if I ever hear that brother gonna be sleeping under a bridge for about a week.
That's right.
For about a week. Like, I don't understand it at all. Give me Jeremiah 3:3 too, and then we could move on after this one.
Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 3. Therefore the showers have been withholden, and there have been no latter rain.
Right? The showers have been withholden, and there has been no latter rain. She's looking for a blessing. But the blessing has been withholden from her. And there's a reason why. Go ahead.
And thou hast a whore's forehead.
Say it again.
Thou hast a whore's forehead.
Say it one more time.
Thou hast a whore's forehead.
Go ahead.
Thou refuses to be ashamed.
She has a whore's forehead. And she refuses to be ashamed. Like even the broad on the end. That first one, right? That first one on the end here. This girl is dressed horribly. And whoever let her leave the house like that needs to be locked the hell up. But I don't know if she's saying anything wild like this. But she has a problem. And she could get fixed. But this Christian here, this proud Christian here who think that she can open her mouth against the Lord, like that type of thing, brother, that has to be removed. That type of thing is, that type of spirit comes from the Christian church. And it emboldens you to think that, you could now test the Lord. You could stand up and test the Lord and challenge him and, say what you want about him and expect that he doesn't put you to death. You expected that he doesn't put you to death. Our oppressor been failing us for years. She didn't lose her faith in the white man.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
She'll go for every job interview. Even though the last job interview she didn't get. She didn't lose no faith in going for a job interview. She didn't lose no faith in having this little TV show here or nothing. And our oppressor been the devil for over 400 years. One time, you ain't get what you want from the Lord and you lose faith. Bitch, you're a slut.
That's right.
You're a hoe. And you're a disgrace. You're an absolute disgrace. I'm done. I'll go on and on. I'll make the whole show about this broad here. I'll go on and on. Salaki.
Salaki, move on still. So Salaki, so this week we had a brother that my brother who's a rapper, you know, you get me? And even his woman must have broke up and they're co-parenting. So this brother pays what, half the bills. They pays half of the nursery fees. And all these women got together talking about this man like let me see if I can find it, man.
No,
Even made a clubhouse group about the brother, man. Talking about the man's business and stuff, man. Like, everyone runs the house different, man. Just leave the brother alone, man. And now everyone said I look like his brother said, but no, I don't, man. I don't like Michael, and I don't like Craig, man. So lucky. We should go first on about this one. That one.
Probably
this one first, yeah. All right, so this is a brother here called Crept, and this is on Insta. So they're saying, oh wow, there's a Twitter space discussing a man's whole youth's nursery fee. So all these women jumped on it saying, why are you paying half? He should pay all of it. He's a millionaire, he's a rapper. He should pay all of it, man. And this is like the sister before. Some of these sisters think that the world owes them everything. Some of these sisters sit back and think the world owes them everything. Nah, man, you want a co-parent. This is what co-parent is, half and half. And all these women got together. Meanwhile, they got men at home, kids at home that they ain't got in check, but they want to worry about a next man's life, man. He goes, oh, now you niggas are crazy. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Should millionaires pay all the nursery fees? Talk with trash. And the brother here come back and said, I'm sitting here listening to people talk about two people they don't know any details about how the situation works. People are mad. Once we get the next one.
So wait, okay, explain to me. Okay, this is the rapper, right?
He's
a millionaire.
And
he's not with his children's mother anymore.
Sir.
And he is. Say it one more time.
So his kids' school fees, when you're under what, 504, you need to pay for someone to look after your children. After that, school's free. But before that, for someone to look after your kids while you work, you need to pay for it. Or if you're on some sort of benefits, the government will like pay for like 16 hours. So his child.
That's okay. So this is between, you know, a baby and around 4 years old.
I think the baby's like 2, if I'm correct.
Okay, so within that age group.
That's right, sir.
Okay.
So he's co-parenting with his, you know, his ex-wife, whatever, and she's paying half of the nursery fees. So all these women, entitled women, are jumping on it saying, "Listen, I'm not paying half with no millionaire. He should pay all. He should pay all." And they started a group. They started their own clubhouse group talking about our next man's life, man. About, you know, so he's saying, "Listen, this is none of your business. You don't know our arrangements, how we live our life. You know what I mean? Just mind your business, man." And it's like it reminded me of like being in the UPK, man. Like a lot of women say, "Oh, you know, I ain't sharing no man. I ain't this, I ain't that." And I'm thinking, listen, just worry about your life, man. You can't keep one, man. Don't worry about sharing a man. You can't keep one, man. Just, you know, do your own. You know what I mean? The brother's saying basically, you don't know me. Just do your own thing. So I think his woman come back. Even the ex said, "We are co-parenting." He helped me be in the position I am to even be able to pay for those fees and manage. He's done and still is doing a lot more than a lot of these men out there. He set up Nala for life, so don't try it, please. Having a child with someone does not mean they pay for everything. She's my child too. So even she's coming back saying, "Listen, like leave him alone." Let me see the next part now. And this is the clubhouse group the girls made. It's a clubhouse group here. Yeah. It's called "Should Crep Pay All the Nursery Fees?" And like, you know, the scripture say where it says like women to stop being busybodies and stuff and taking care of their own house. This is what they need to be doing, man.
Listen, y'all need to go in that clubhouse and put them bros in check.
God.
That's what the hell y'all need to do. Y'all need to go in that clubhouse tonight and tell that bitch to shut the hell up. What how much you paid?
That's right.
You know what I mean? First off, that whole thing about co-parenting is that shit is damn near satanic. The Lord never wanted nothing like that. And that's why to even try to make it happen is so challenging. The shit just seem unnatural. You get the point? It just seemed unnatural because the Lord did not want no shit like that. The Lord never meant for any kind of divorce to happen. If that's your woman, that's your woman. You have another one, you have 3, 4, 5, whatever. But the Lord never wanted for you to have this woman, you have kids with her, and now she's with somebody else. That thing was never ever supposed to be like that, which is why it's so hard to work out now. That whole co-parenting shit is bullshit.
That's right.
Absolute bullshit. We ain't co-parenting nothing. You get the point? Now, because of the world we live in, it happens. So now, really, okay, this is nobody's business but theirs. That's really the bottom line. However, that man decides to handle his business, that's his business. That's nobody's business but theirs. Shit. If I would have my way, if the Lord would give me mercy to have my authority over shit like this, a woman who has a child, there would be no child support. There would be none. Right? If the man has to pay child support, you have to stay with the man. That would be my ruling. That would be my ruling. If it is that if this man, this child's father, biological father, has to pay child support, then you have to stay with him. Now, if you go and get a new man, now all the child support has to come from that new man. Right? That would be the scenario that I would rule on. I would never rule as a scenario where you have a husband and the child's father is over there and he had a slave to provide. No. No. It's going to be clear cut. Oh, you want child support from Crept? You should have stayed with him.
That's right.
I'm not saying that this girl wants it. I'm just for the broads who talking. They're talking as if they would be his woman, which is again the same whorish lust that we was just talking about. These broads who run in their mouth is just sluts who want money, and they're trying to gas this girl up that she should get more money from him. This happened a few years ago with 50 Cent, right? 50 Cent, I forget the exact figures, but let's say he was giving this girl $9,000 a month. Her friends told her, yo, he got a ton of money. You should take him to actual court and get a ruling. I'm sure the judge would give you more. They went to court, 50 got his lawyers, and the judge ruled that 50 was overpaying, and now she's getting less than what 50 was giving her before. This was a few years ago. You understand? Now, she should have just, saved the water and whatever she gets in, which is how this woman is. This woman is a little bit smarter than the average big-headed broad. But, really, this is nobody's business.
It's like I said, don't forget Dre's wife as well.
Say again?
Don't forget about Dre's wife. That bitch wanted how much amount of million? Dr. Dre's wife as well.
Oh, right. And she became a billionaire. And she didn't make one record. She didn't make one beat. She didn't make one song.
I've never seen her in the studio. She didn't produce In the Club. She didn't produce NWA. She didn't produce classics.
No.
That money, though.
So, like that would be my ruling on the whole thing. There would be no child support. There would be no oppression of black men. Notice, nobody here asked about the child.
That's right. It's true.
Is the child healthy? Is the child okay? Is the child development going good? Like now, I think more than ever, it could be because of better medical practices, or it could just be the lifestyle we live in now where there's not much attention on children anymore because parents are so, have to slave so much. Before, you could have a one-income house and still have a house and pay your bills. Now you need 2 and 3 incomes. So now you have all these development issues with children where they're talking late, walking late, speaking late, autism, this, that, the other, all kind of things on the spectrum. They didn't have a clubhouse group talking about, is his child healthy? What's the best thing for the baby? What about the school the baby goes to, or the nursery the baby goes to? You get the point? Nobody is talking about what really matters, which is the benefit of the child. Which is why I say that child support had to go away, because the benefit of the child is never really considered. This thing has become a whole money game, a whole money grab. You get the point? Like they should just shut their mouth about what that man business is.
That's right.
That's what they should do. They should shut their mouth about whatever he decide to do. For all you know, this girl probably just wants to contribute and not, put herself in a position that when the child grows up, the child is going to have a famous father. But she wants to put herself in a position where the child would be able to say, no, my mother also held it down. You get the point? Like she don't want to leech off of the brother, knowing that, the child don't grow up having a famous father and know what did the mother do. She don't want that. She wants to always be able to contribute in here. You know what I mean?
Come on, cousin.
And it sound like them two getting along. Maybe you need to come in the truth and understand that you could have your woman. You know what I mean? I don't know what the situation is, but once again, the Christian church is to blame. A man can have more than one wife. You don't have to give up your wife. But in a situation where you done had a child with some woman or a few children and you moved on, she moved on, then there should be no forcible action to go into your pocket to provide for the children. If you go to buy a car and the car ain't got 4 tires and you had to replace the tires, who replacing it once you buy the car? You or the man who owned the car before?
You.
All right then. If the girl have 4 children, them mouths to feed is your problem.
That's right.
You want to have sex with her, right? That tail looking good? Yeah, it's going to cost you 4 breakfasts, 4 lunches, and 4 dinners. That's my rule and that's my judgment. You know what I mean? That brother ought to go free at the end at that point. If she goes with another brother, that brother is going to have, if he loved the cow, he had to accept the calf. How long them Rasta men like to say that? If you love the cow, you had to accept the calf. That's just part of it. All this co-parent, all that extra shit is really nonsense. It wouldn't happen in the kingdom of heaven. They would have to get along. They would have to get together. They would grow up different. They would grow up with better morals and better values, and they would have to get along. If the brother dies, then she remarries. But the Lord does not like that type of. What happened when the girl graduates? Now the mother there with the new husband and the father. What are you going to do? Take a fucking group picture?
And the dad's always on the outskirts.
Nah, the Lord ain't never wanted nothing like that to happen at all. It's just part of the evidence of the sick place we live in. It's a sick place that we live in. And now these loudmouth wenches form a whole group to talk about this brother and what he doing right or wrong. Let's look at their lives. What does their life look like? You get your point?
And so, like you said, if I could, like they was talking about, they said, you're mad, you think I'm going house with a millionaire, and they're saying he should pay because he's a millionaire, but it makes no sense because they still put poor men on child support. That means if he should pay because he's a millionaire, that means the poor man shouldn't pay because he's poor. But obviously, when it comes to men, you have to provide in every situation, whether you're rich or whether you're poor. And these women here, the moaning, a man should pay for everything. They want all these traditional roles when it suits them. Well, if we're doing traditional roles, the child shouldn't go to nursery. You should watch the child at home. If we're doing traditional roles, you better get in the kitchen and cook some food, man. Traditional roles, you better clean them skirting boards and iron and do all of those things, man.
Come on,
like, they just want traditional roles when it suits them.
Right.
But now, what about when we want traditional roles when it suits us? Then you better cook, clean, watch the kids at home, shut your mouth, stay off the internet. We want traditional roles, man.
Listen, listen, I have my own personal view on that nursery, but I ain't gonna say because you're gonna think it's gospel. But between me and you, brother, honestly, you okay, not everybody is able to do it. I understand that because of the slavery we're in and there's work and stuff like that. But if it's possible, stay to hell home and hug that baby as much as you can.
Right.
Let that baby see you all day. Kiss the baby. Let you be that child's first teacher.
That's right.
You get the point? If it's possible to do, I do understand it's not. But then you hit the nail on the head so much. Like they want these Christians, they want traditional roles when it suits them. But nobody want to breastfeed.
No.
Right.
You get the point? Don't nobody want to spend time and teach this child how to walk, teach this child colors. You know what it is to spend a whole year and a half talking to somebody who don't talk back to you? That's love. Like this baby ain't gonna talk literally talk with sentences for about a year and a half. So for that whole year, when that child is looking at you all crazy, you know the eyes beating.
That big head shit.
And that head, and they're trying to hold their head up and shit. And you like, you're reading a book. Jack and Jill went up the hill. You see the hill? And the child is not talking back. It takes a certain amount of love to do it over and over, knowing that what you're doing is building a foundation that this child is going to benefit from. But we here arguing with some old loudmouth, big-headed bitch over a millionaire's. He should have. He has money, so he should pay nursery fees. You shit is backward. You shit is absolutely fucking back. Excuse me, it's backward for sure. But once again, that's me personally. You don't have to do it. It is not a rule or a law. But I definitely agree with you on this one. If it is they want traditional roles, then they're gonna have to lead by example.
That's right.
Yes, and they're gonna have to lead by example. You know how much skills these sisters cannot pass on to other sisters because they don't take that motherhood seriously. There's so much skills they literally cannot pass on because they didn't develop it. They just pay somebody else to do it. Push the child somewhere else, wherever, whoever, however, and they can't pass that on to some young girl who get pregnant at 17, 18 and need help on what to do. Now she had to listen to Esau. She had to listen to some devil who absolutely hates her. It's ridiculous, man. Let them people live their life, man. That's their business. That ain't your business.
So like I was saying, sir, like what you're saying, in regards to the skills, a lot of these sisters they don't want to be in the kitchen, they don't want to cook, they want to be, they want to be a different type of woman, and all these skills they don't have, but they like all these good skills they don't have, and they can't pass to their children, and they're saying, I don't want to cook, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, so they turn away them skills and end up with no skills anyway. At least have the skill to cook, about something. But a lot of these women can do makeup, can dress good, can take selfies. They know how to take a good selfie, get the angles, but they got no skills. You turn down them skills to be on Facebook. You turn them good skills.
I'll even take them skills. That looking good is a skill too. That keeping yourself together every morning, getting up and bathing and washing your face and pulling back that hair or braiding the hair. All that is skilled, but that shit ain't being passed on to us. That shit is not coming down the line. It's not being, pipelined down. And now, you don't understand the psychological the effect it has on children because you're so detached from your kids. There's a detachment from them. You know what I mean? I know there's a separate topic, but once again, to each his own. It ain't unlawful, but you really want to check and see, especially with the kids we have in nowadays. You raising up a child in this kingdom. You want to have maximum influence on your child before you let them go and let somebody influence them for 8 hours.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because it's going to come a time when you are not going to know that child.
Right.
They're going to be in your house, eating your food, using your toilet, bathing and sleeping. And you're going to look at them and they're going to be, hey, what's going on? And you looking at them like, I don't know who the hell you are. And that's why. You don't know them. You get the point? So, anyway, where we at now?
So we get to our main topic. What they call Soldier. I don't know how you pronounce this shit. But this group from America, white group, won the Grammys. We'll let you know what Jamaica thought about this, what the artists thought about this, whatever think about them winning the Grammys, the best reggae album of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So this is them.
Best reggae album. The nominees are Atana, Gramps Morgan, Sean Paul, Jesse Royal, Soja, Spice,
and the Grammy goes to Soja.
ask you this, right?
Come on, Con.
What? This is reggae. This is straight reggae, right?
Come on, Con.
Not dancehall. Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead. You can take the volume off. You gonna play the speech too?
Say that again, sir.
You gonna play the speech?
Come on, Con.
Go ahead.
In fact, you know what? We can do that for time's sake. Not a problem.
No, it's too wild because I mean you can keep them up on the screen now because people don't know who the hell we're talking about.
Come on, Con, sir. Come on, Con. So these devils won the best reggae. You know what I mean? So Jamaica was furious. You know what I mean? Bounty Killer said this thing, said it's racist. If black people have to work extra hard and white people come and take the show. And
you have Bounty saying it?
No, it was a tweet.
A tweet,
but I couldn't find it. I tried to look for it now. I couldn't grab it. But Chronic jumped on it, and Chronic started to this Bounty Killer and say, "Listen, Bounty Killer, you're wrong for that." I'm gonna show it right now. So this was So this is Chris Damantag, defense soldier, says Bounty Killer is a hypocrite. Are you able to see that on the screen, or is it right?
Yeah, I could see it. I'm trying to figure out, is this Chris a heathen or is a brother?
I've never heard of him before in my life. I'm gonna get credits as well, but this Chris guy said that Bounty Killer is a hypocrite, and reggae music teaches love and peace for everybody, and all that stuff right there.
That's a lie. That's a goddamn lie.
That's right. I think it must be on about Bob Marley's reggae music.
That's exactly what he's on about.
It's on about.
That's exactly what he's on about.
Reggae singer Chris Damantag, can't remember his name, has come out swinging in defense of Virginia-based reggae band Soulja, challenging dancehall star Bounty Killer to rethink his comments in the wake of the reggae band's Grammy win earlier this week. He says, I expect better from Bounty Killer, a veteran in the business. What kind of reasoning that? What is this nonsense about a reggae best album going to white folks? Chris Damantag said. In the wake of Soulja winning the Grammys, industry veteran like Bounty Killer reacted negatively, alleging cultural appropriation and race-based favoritism. Killer wrote in his Instagram post. So this is what Killer wrote in his Instagram post. Right. What a big piece of sellout to go on. These white folks winning best reggae album over Jamaicans. What the F? That's my dog right there. So lucky. He goes, according to Damantag, the Bulletproof Skin DJ should have known better. Reggae music is about peace, love, unity, and Slaki, I can't talk no more, man. A revolutionary. Slaki, it's pissing me off, man. And Slaki said, why is it that brothers, like black people, we never can blame the oppressor? We always gotta blame ourselves. Like Bounty Killer's not wrong for thinking how he's thinking. If a black man would never win the best Chinese cooking competition, it would never happen.
Right.
You know, black man would never win the best Bollywood actor of the year. It would never happen. But white people can come in arting and win. And when we're wrong about, when we're upset about it, here comes the Christian brother, man, saying that you're wrong for feeling the way you do. Oh, it's like, I don't know why it's like that, man. Christianity is so strong. A brother says you're wrong for feeling that way. When meanwhile, Chinese people, do you know Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee was hated among Chinese people because he was teaching non-Chinese people kung fu. Like Chinese people weren't saying, no, you're wrong for that, man. You're wrong. Right. Let them all learn. They was angry with him, saying, listen, you're teaching our secrets to the world, man. They was upset that he went to Hollywood and made kung fu movies. You can look it up. They was upset about that. But black people were like, oh, nah, let the world know, man. Listen, let them win. It's okay. Let them join. They're fine. A Chinese woman won the best dancer. A Chinese woman won Dancehall Queen one time. Eminem is known as the best rapper of all times. Like rock and roll to this day, when you think of, if you're born in the 90s, you think rock and roll is white people music. It's not. It's black people music. We've let them take over. It's like quite as well. What you saying?
Why? Shalapia. Yeah, man. Like our people about prevalency for bringing the people them in, the other nations in. They just
we just not to bring them in. You know what I mean? Just not to assimilate the people them in and say, yo, we're separate people, man. We're a holy people unto the Most High God of Israel, and say, yo, we can't bring them people them in because every time we bring them in, they eat us up, man.
That's right.
They eat us up, and you know, the one yam us up, like say we yam.
It's cut off. And if we could borrow the screen share for 2 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing.
I look at this like when black people think about rock and roll music, we think about, you know, Ozzy Osbourne and all them rock stars. This is on a regular search. If you can see, it says, where did rock and roll originate from? Rock and roll, often written as rock and roll, a genre of popular music that evolved in the United States of America during the late 1940s and early 1950s. It originated from Black American music. That's where it came from. But when you think about rock and roll nowadays, you think about white people, and likewise all of our music, man. Whether it's grime, R&B, dancehall, you leave it to them. They're gonna take our music, man. They're going to steal it. As the Bible says, the thief cometh not but to steal, man. So luck, yeah.
If I could as well, like, who even cares about the Grammys? Like, we know black people don't vote and none of them things. So all these voters is white people anyway. Now what black people should do is like Spice and Bounty Killer and them. They should just not attend the Grammys. They should be like, no, it's a white man's award show. We don't care who wins because this is nothing to do with us. That's what they should do, man. And then all the Grammys and them would have to stop doing what they're doing. Right. But the people who run all these shows is white people anyway. So they're gonna vote for their own people, and it's common sense. Obviously, Bounty Killer being upset, it's understandable. But the thing is this: you're sitting down praying that all these white people vote for you for best reggae artist. Listen, man, all those people voting, most of them are white and they're irrelevant anyway. Their opinion doesn't really matter. The same thing happened with Eminem getting Grammys. I mean, I'm sure Eminem's got more Grammys, probably almost as much Grammys as Jay-Z or maybe more. Who knows? Now Eminem's labeled the greatest rapper of all time. He sold the most records. Whereas us as black people, we don't care who sold the most records. We bootleg the records, man. We don't even buy them. Too tough. So records and numbers and Grammys, it's not even accurate, man. Whereas we know that what Bounty Killer, Sizzler, all of them, we know their name holds weight and everybody follows them. And this what's their name? Soldier. This is just a modern day version of UB40. That's all it is. A modern version of UB40. We've seen it before. It's just white people's reggae that racist white people really they like black reggae, but because they're so racist, they vote for white reggae because they hate black people that much. They're not going to vote fairly. But they see a white man, obviously they're going to vote for him and say, yeah, best reggae artist. What Spice should have done is not attended the awards and played it down like, who cares about white people's opinion? Reggae started where? In the Caribbean. Reggae was about what? Freedom fighting and oppression from these same people that we care about, who they decide to give a Grammy to. What Bounty Killer should do is go in the studio and make a song talking about the white man's the devil, man. That's right. That's what Bounty Killer should do. Go in the studio.
He needs to give me a dub.
Exactly. Give me a feature on there, man. You know, some pats on there if I have to. I'll come there with the English accent. But Bounty Killer should go in the studio, make a song about the white man's the devil, and that's what he should do, man. And sell his records to black people, man. And black people should vote and say, "This is the what did the guy say? Look, reggae is about what? Love and peace. And listen, man, that is love, man. Him saying the white man's the devil is love. Because he's teaching his people, yo, stay away from this man because he's the devil. That's love, man. When you teach someone to stay away from something harmful, that's love, man. I mean, imagine if I know if you go around that corner, you're gonna get electrocuted, and I say, don't go around there, you're gonna get electrocuted. That's love, man. The white man is like electrocution, man. Right. Bounty Killer should do that. Just teach black people to stay away from white people and stop letting them come into reggae and all of these things. Because give it 6 months, H and RD, they're taking over UK rap. Have you seen their feature together?
They have, yeah. I got a video.
See if you can play it. Listen, they've took over UK rap now. H has got a remix of Ashanti, and even Ashanti reposted it, man. I ain't seen Ashanti repost Miss once in her life, man. I ain't seen her repost a black man from the UK once. But when it comes to H, she reposts it. See if you can play it.
Take it over, man.
Your hands in here.
Both hands on the back when I tap it, grab it and slap it, Becky and slap it.
Yo, hey! But that's not even my fucking tune, you dick. What are you doing? Sorry. Right, now you got them all fucking started up and that. Fuck's sake. Alright, good, you don't want to hear that one. He's not here, but we are in Mandy, so we might as well party together. So we run that one just quickly. Alright, cool, fuck it. Alright, cool.
very sexy T-shirt. Pull up and dump off. Twist up your waist and jump off. Free up now. Oh my God, look at that bumper. Walking bumper. I never done this before. Fuck it, I'll sing it with you now. It's insane. Very sexy T-shirt. Like that. Don't mind the back on the top. Slap it.
Who's that who came out on stage? Who's in the green?
That's H, another white boy that RD brought out. But the thing is with H, you can tell he's lacks talent because every time he's in concert, whose tune is he playing? Ross's. This ain't his song. This is Ross's song, man. And Ross is black. And guess what? H gets more credit than Ross for this song. Ross even said, "Why every time is this guy doing shows? He don't invite me to his shows to perform, but he's always playing my songs." And then I remember Ross called him a bluefoot. Can you remember? Yeah. Ross called him a bluefoot, and they almost cancelled him, man, for this white boy.
And he called him a what?
A bluefoot, because they say white people's got blue veins in their foot. so that's their little term for them, bluefoot.
Yeah, bluefoot. Yeah, I'm gonna remember that shit.
It's what Londoners call white people, call them bluefoots. I only know because I've been around a couple still. They say, they call them bluefoots. I'm like, bluefoot? They go, yeah, it's what we call white people. I don't know why they call them that shit. And it's true, man. Like, H's best tune is what? Of Ross. The chorus, everything. In fact, H was a feature on that tune. Everywhere's go when he keeps playing that tune, man. So,
you know what? H and RD both got big off Ross, actually. Ross bossed both of them. Remember, Ross put him on what was the song? What song did Ross put him on? Buddy. Was it Buddy?
Yeah, Buddy.
See, Ross put RD on his remix. He put H on his remix. And because of that, these two have took off. Now, when you look at Instagram, they have way more followers than Ross. They get way more shows than him. They're making way more money than him. And he's the one that put them on, man. What we should learn from this is stop putting white people on, man.
That's it.
It don't benefit us. I think that what we should learn from all this is don't put white people on. What Spice and all them should learn from this is don't put white people on. Because when you do, they take over and they'll start winning Grammys for best reggae artist.
That's nothing.
We gave Bob Marley a pass because people thought because of his complexion. We gave Bob Marley a little pass.
That's nothing.
Exactly.
Remember that group from East London called More Fire Crew?
Yeah.
It was Lethal B, the Hamite, and then two Yard brothers. You get me? I look now. Lethal B's bossing, buying cars and Lamborghinis, and these two brothers, no one even knows who they are. No one can't remember them. Lethal B had a video the other day talking about he bought himself a Bentley the other day. I think I got here once he bought a Bentley, and these brothers, no one knows who they are. And that's what we got.
Right. Yeah. It's so mad to me that I'm at the stage in my life where I don't even have to buy a car anymore. People are giving me cars, and I'm just like, this is nuts to me. Like, you know me, it's skink gang, so I keep sending them. It just made me.
Look at this man said they don't even buy cars no more. People give him cars. Remember, More Fire Crew was him. RZB and Nico. No one knows who these brothers are, but everyone knows him. That's why we keep giving these heathens a pass, man. And they take our music, make money off it, and we get nothing, man. Slap it.
You're actually a brand.
That's this one, right?
Jumping in these cars.
Who is he?
There was a Hamite from Ghana called Lethal B. You ever heard that tune Pow back in the day?
Can't remember.
But it was part of one group called the More Fire Crew years ago, in like early 2000s. And it was him and two brothers. And the music sounded like Benjamin music, hard. And now I saw the other two brothers on Instagram and they're all washed up, you know what I mean? Not doing much for themselves. I saw a brother in a high vis jacket, man, a high visibility jacket, like he's working construction. Meanwhile, Lethal B, look at him, man. He's not in buying cars no more. That's what happens when we let the heathen in, man.
Listen, if I could, like what both of y'all was saying there was so right. Like, I don't know if you all remember when Sean Paul and Vegas had just come out. This was, years ago, probably over 20 years ago. And at the time, Vegas was the big boy in the dance. And Sean Paul was, he would just feature. And him and Vegas would be on the same song together. And they would kind of battle each other on the same song, verse for verse.
Yeah, I remember them days still.
You know what I mean? Line for line, verse for verse. But Sean Paul took off and Vegas didn't. And nobody said nothing about it. But he, this is an East Indian. You get the point? I'm going to give you another one. Everybody know who he is. Hold up. I'm trying to get an iconic picture of him. This might be the best I could do right now. Everybody know who this cat is here, right? Everybody knows Super Cat, right?
Come on.
Right, aka William Mirage. I think that's his slave name, right? Super Cat. And he at one time was ruling the dancehall. He was, damn near the face of dancehall outside of Jamaica, outside of the Caribbean, where he was on big features. He had that feature with Chris Cross. You know what I mean? And he was the boss, and nobody ain't say nothing about it. Nobody ain't saying nothing about it. This East Indian, this cool boy, whatever they want to call him. Nobody ain't saying nothing about it. You understand? It was all well and good because at the time, we so want outside recognition for our work. And it's intertwined with our livelihood. It's intertwined with our livelihood because, of course, that's how we get our money. You understand what I'm saying? That's definitely how we get our money. But we so wanted the outside recognition so that we could get more money. We was fine with letting them in. And what about this guy? Y'all remember him?
Collie Buds.
Yeah, everybody remember Collie Buds. Finally, the herb come around. And the beat drop and the high grade and everything good. Everybody, dancehall getting big now because we have a better version of Snow. You remember Snow?
Yeah.
Nobody was saying nothing all the time. Nobody was saying nothing all the time because as black people being poor, wanting the recognition, we want them to sing the song so we could get money and fame eventually. Well, guess what? This is the trade-off. You got money and fame, Spice. You got money and fame, Bounty Killer. Ground Godzilla, 5-star general, you're known worldwide. But you're not going to get the recognition on that platform for your art form. That's the trade-off. That's the absolute trade-off for letting these people in. This and they really and truly, Spice don't sing reggae. Spice sings dancehall.
That's right.
This was a reggae album. One love, one heart. We chase them crazy bald heads out of town. Dreadlocks don't live in a tenement yard. That's two soldiers singing. That's what you get the point? That's what they are singing. And they're not singing that burning spear, Christopher Columbus was a damn blasted liar, or burn down Babylon, or, the Queen Elizabeth, this, that, the other. They're singing that feel-good, happy music. And that's why they got the award. They're singing that old Bob Marley nonsense. And that's what the world loves. Now, listen, Bounty and them didn't have a problem when the world, of course, Bounty them wasn't around the time, but even after in celebrating Bob Marley, nobody had a problem that the world made Bob Marley a god and not Peter Tosh and not Burning Spear and not Bonnie Wailer. Nobody had a problem with that. Bob Marley damn near took the Bonnie Wailer band from him.
That's right.
And they taught him how to play the guitar, how to sing reggae, how to really do the thing. Nobody had a problem with that. Bob Marley children right now is millionaires off of the Marley name. Where's Peter Tosh children? Where's Bonnie Wailer's sons and daughters? Anybody know their music?
So like you said, the band was called the Wailers for a reason.
Exactly.
Bonnie Wailer. It's called Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Mm-hmm.
The Wailers because it was Bonnie Wailer's band.
It was Bonnie Wailer's band. So now how could you be mad now when you gave reggae away with Bob Marley?
That's right.
How could you be mad at Soldier now when you gave it away before? You gave it away. Listen, and it's not just Jamaica. Right now, them Japanese and them Chinese taking the steel pan from Trinidad. They're taking it over, having manufacturing copyrights behind it. That shit don't belong in the Caribbean no more. How could you be mad when in a sound clash, the champion is Mighty Crown Sound? How? How could you be mad now when you've been rewarding the heathens for decades? For decades, you've been letting them know how good they are, how great they are. And now you're mad because, you know, anybody know what soldier means? S-O-J-A?
No, I thought it was like offspring of the word soldier, like S-O-U.
Well, you're close. You're close. Anybody know what soldier means? Well, let me see if I got a picture of them up on the screen again. Brother, you're going to damn near vomit when you find out what that name, soldier, means.
Right,
and why they, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is really a slap in the face to the tribe of Benjamin and the 12 tribes of Israel.
Oh, so it's an acronym type thing?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't, no idea, sir. No idea.
Brother, soldier means soldiers of Jah army. I shit you not.
Hey, you got crap me the fuck up.
It means soldiers of Jah army. This is a bunch of white men. You don't understand. This is a slap in the face. Listen, this is a slap in the face. And listen, don't go by. You're so right with what you're saying. Like, now is the time for us to look inwards. You know what I mean? Think about all them white producers in Jamaica. Where's the one before? The famous one who everybody know. Not Bob. There's one called Bob Bogdanovich. He's one.
That's the one.
Bob Bogdanovich, but there's another one who everybody used to go to. Oh boy, I forget his name. But it's a devil. Like all them big, producers and managers, who run in the Caribbean, who everybody giving a pass and letting come through. Now is the time to not let them get a pass. Listen, ain't nobody saying nothing about Shensia. And she's supposed to be a heathen, right?
That's common, Con. Yeah. Break it up. Talk about hearts be broken.
No, listen, I thought she was a sister too. I still need the paperwork, but until I get the paperwork, I classify her as a heathen. You get the point? I classify her as a heathen. But when you look at it, we've been giving away our culture for years. So you can't be mad now that Soulja won best, album of the year. And this ain't the first time. Somebody else won it a few years ago. I think in Britain, some, album of the year, some old Chinese girl or Chinese boy or something like that singing reggae. You know what I mean? It's been given away. The world celebrates Bob Marley and not Burning Spear or Peter Tosh or Bonnie Whaler. It's been given away long ago. Long ago. You done let the fox in the chicken coop. And now he eating. Now he devouring us. You get the point? Now he's devouring us. You know what I mean? Is there any more from that video that Karate was playing? Because at the end of the speech, they say something about what they say, Irie man and bruh, like they was acting like they was like they was from Kingston. I don't know if you can find the video. You know what I mean?
Is yours got the acceptance speech on the video?
Yeah, they should do. It's luck, yeah.
Soldiers of Jah Army and things like this is why no white man could never come into I.S.U.P.K, man. And this is why we ain't the Christian church in here, because why? You let everybody else in, and then what happens? You have white people saying they're the soldiers of in Jah's army. Listen, man, that's what happens when you let everybody in. White people then come in and believing that this is for them, believing they can even make them statements. And that's definitely a slap in the face to black people, man. Imagine these new reggae artists now is living better than the pioneers of reggae, man. Like the captain was bringing out, nobody knows who Bonnie Whaler is. But when Bonnie Whaler died, it wasn't even that big of a deal. Most people didn't know. Most people probably still don't know that Bonnie Whaler is dead. But Bob Marley, I'm sure that, you know what, they even said, actually, Bounty Killer, can't really say much because I'm sure Bounty Killer was the one that was saying they want to make Bob Marley their national holiday and was petitioning together as a holiday. So really, if they're gonna do that, they might as well have a soldier national holiday and every other heathen national holiday, man. You can't just pick and choose what heathens you like. Either you have to like them all or like none of them, man. Once you let one in, they all come in. Go ahead.
Bounty Killer was saying that DJ Khaled isn't a culture. What about culture vulture? He's a culture sculpture. He said that.
Well, listen. Soldier is the soldiers in Jah Army. If Khalid is a culture sculpture, then Soldier is brothers. What's the big deal about? It's damn near the same thing you were saying earlier with the woman. You can't want traditional values and not willing to be traditional yourself.
Right.
Like you want reggae to be, you want black faces to be the face of reggae. You want reggae to be recognized solely as coming out of Jamaica. But yet still DJ Khalid could do something. Khalid name on a song and he ain't singing any song.
You getting paid all the royalties and shit.
He getting all the royalties and you're mad now. Even pull up the video with ZZ Mills and Beanie Man recently, where she interviewed Beanie Man, and Beanie Man so vexed because other people getting recognition. But
I remember you say, yeah, man, they steal our music, they thief the music,
and they did. But okay, it's a compromise. You know what I mean? Ty was asking if it's Peter Andre. It's not Peter Andre. It's another name. If I hear the name, I'm gonna know it's a popular name, almost like Don Bogdanovich. I don't think it's Peter King, but there's another one. It's not Jamie. Jamie was a brother, I think. King Jamie was a brother.
It's Jamie. I'm not too sure. I think they're brothers still.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And
Devil as well.
He asks if Bob Marley make his own music or is it given to him by that? As far as I know, they say he wrote his own music, but remember, he grew up amongst our people so much, he could start speaking and talking like us and talking about our problems. You get the point? Like how, just for a second, Craft, bear with me. Like how he have that song where I forget the beat or how it go, but the lyric is like, they were sold into slavery, they came on the ship.
Redemption songs.
Now Bob Marley is singing redemption songs as if he comes from slaves. His father was a slave master.
Right.
You get the point? But because he grew up amongst the slaves, he hear how we talk and now talking just like us. Same thing with Eminem, same thing with, Sean Paul, anybody like that. So it's not so much, it ain't authentic. It's just he's able to replicate what he does. Remember, he's the devil. You know what I mean? You're right, Zapuan. They took the piss for sure. You know what I mean? They let the soldiers of Jah Army win the Grammy. they let the 144,000 win the Grammy.
So like, I don't know what's worse, that year or seeing a fake Israelite allow Africans in or making a white man rap a beat.
No, you see, it's the same thing. No, it's the same thing. You let these heathens in here and they're shallow woman us up. Before long, everybody gonna look at them like they're the ones.
So lucky, so I saw heathen Dimitri. My heart was broken. Like
nah.
I thought, it's lucky.
I don't believe you.
What made it better was that Dimitri wasn't rap good. So I was like, give me a bit of peace of heart, but it's lucky, man. I couldn't believe it. The one thing I got left was what's supposed to have left, my little culture. And a man give that away, man.
Nah. They don't wear me trees and berets and war scarves and shit. They ain't so bold. They don't wear no headpiece. Yeah, man. But yeah, go ahead and play that last video to wrap it up and get out of here.
The acceptance speech, sir.
No, the video with ZZ Mills on them.
Mills, come on, sir.
Headline, you said anywhere, but if you do not give honor to the elder artists, questions like this is going to be.
Do you think culture in general also get the flowers for the influence that we've had in music across the world?
Them teeth in music, don't worry, get the flowers.
Because I don't think we do.
Them teeth in music, we need to get the flowers. One man is the greatest artist.
Hold on, Karasi. Play it over from the start. because the mic, I think, it's double feeding. Let come through the screen.
I'll move the mic from the speaker.
I think.
Tell the artist.
Hold on.
Question.
Yeah, it's still echoing. Just let it come through the screen so we'll hear it. Just play it now.
Come on.
Like this is gonna be.
That Jamaican culture in general also get the flowers for the influence that we've had in music across the world.
Them teeth the music. How we gonna get the flowers if them teeth?
Because I don't think we do.
Them teeth the music. We used to get the flowers. Bob Marley is the greatest artist ever. See? Guys, good. So them teeth the music. Them fuse. And them teeth the music.
Okay, hold on. Pause it there. Is he saying Bob Marley teeth the music, or he saying Bob Marley's a Jamaican and he run things? So
now he's saying that other nations teeth the music. He thinks Bob Marley's a brother. He's saying Bob Marley's the greatest, and all the other nations teeth our music.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like now was the time where every man had to return to his own. They had to do a whole 180 on this thing here and get real racial about it. Real racial about the whole thing. But once again, it's damn near because they're in the world, it don't make sense because now they'll get cut off from touring and now they can't make no money. You understand?
Come on.
Like that's the compromise. It's because of the poverty. Now they have to let these devils in to make more money. The same thing happened with Run DMC. I don't know if you all remember with Run DMC, they took Beastie Boys on tour with them and let Beastie Boys open. And that's how black people started liking Beastie Boys. And Beastie Boys is trash act. Trash. They just had some good beats, but it was trash. You know what I mean? So Beanie Man saying they teeth the music. He know they teeth the music, but he ain't understand that we open the door and tell them, come take what you want.
That's like May. He's saying the teeth to music, but bigging up Bob Marley. When Bob Marley teeth to music, man, it's a luck, yeah.
Listen. If I could get one scripture and then we done. If I could get one scripture and then we done, all right. Give me give me Obadiah real quick, please. Unless anybody else wanted to jump in. If anybody want to jump in, please say it.
I feel like one second.
Give me Obadiah 1 and 5. Right, yet to Zappo 1. That's it right there. That's the lyric. He said, old pirates, yes, they rob I and sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. That's talking about the slaves. When, the pirate come take over whatever ship and they take the slaves from the bottomless pit, meaning in the hull of the ship where the slaves is. And they sold them. They sold us. They sold our foreparents. Bob Marley parents wasn't sold. I mean, his father wasn't, but his mother was. You get the point? So, they stealing everything from us. You had the scripture?
Look, yeah. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had left? And
they had enough.
Had enough.
So now, if thieves come to your house and robbers by night, wouldn't they just take what they could carry or what could fit in the car? You understand? They would, they might steal your TV. They might steal your fridge. But a thief ain't going to take your door and take the hinges and take the nails, take your curtain, take all your drapes, take the curtain rod, take your blinds, take your doormat. He ain't going to do all of that shit. A thief would steal till he had enough. Go ahead.
If the great gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Right? Even the grape gatherers, you have a vineyard and it's harvest time. And the grape gatherers come and they're taking. They're not taking up every single grape. Some trees, the grapes going to stay on, especially if it's far out in the field. They're going to be like, man, that's enough, man. We ain't need all of that. Go ahead.
How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Yeah,
you can't
find no end to our oppressors lost that.
That's right.
There's not enough for him. He's not going to be satisfied with a TV and a fridge. Right. He wants to be called by the person who live in there. That's right. Collie Buds don't just want to sing "Finally the Herb Come Around," the high grade so and so. He wants to be known as the face of the weed smoking reggae. You get the point? That's what he wants. Sean Paul, it wasn't enough just to say "Give me the light." He had to be the face of reggae. Vegas ain't do a song with Beyonce, but Sean Paul did. And I'm saying calling those names because at that time that was a huge thing. That was so huge. It was a big deal. Sean Paul and Beyonce had a song and he on stage with her. That was such a big deal at the time. But these oppressors, boy, they'll go till they just take everything. You understand? They'll go till they take everything. And boy, listen, soldier. What's the song? We are soldiers in Jah Army. If this is the soldiers, then God got to be white. Then Jah got to be a white man. If the soldiers look like this, then Jah got to be a white man.
That's right.
Brother, I don't know. I think this is a big L. This is a big L everybody had to take and put ice on it and just leave it alone like Dum Gabasi. Dum Gabasi, damn the Grammys, just leave that shit alone. I agree with you. You know what I mean? Good to go?
We bootleg records anyway, so they can keep that. Black people don't buy records anyway, so let them have it. You know what I mean? If you go by statistics, then Frank Sinatra's the best anyway. Black people, we don't. Don't you think the ends is what? Don't you think the ends is what? What's the word I'm looking for? Like what's happening in the ends here is what is like. For instance, you watch a movie, you watch sports. Like ESPN, what they say is what it is, over what the barbershop says. I'm making sense.
Okay, say that one more time.
Like if you watch sports, yeah, you got the barbershop talk, you got regular people talk, and then you got what ESPN say. Mm-hmm. And what ESPN say is what it is.
Okay, I think because they coming from a position of quote unquote authority.
There you go. So I'm saying when it comes to music, like don't you think the ends? What the end say is what it is. So when man in the end say, listen, this artist is popping, this rapper's the best, that's what it is, regardless of what Hollywood says.
It depends on what it is.
The thing is, like, what I'm making is this, the Grammys say soldiers about this, but the streets say no.
Right, definitely.
And it ain't with the voice of what music is, if that makes sense.
That's true. But now, Soldier could charge $150,000 for a show because they got a Grammy.
True.
And Spice can't. No, hold on. Spice can't. So now all the forward from the ends can't pay Spice bills.
True.
So what do you want? You want fame or you want to eat?
Me, I want respect personally. But if you want, money, that's up to you. But me, I want the ends personally. But each his own.
Listen, that's the question. Is what it is. You know what I mean? Quantizaya's gonna say something.
Yes,
I think the mic off.
Shalakia Captain, I think he's talking about media. He's talking about what's propagated in the social.
He definitely is. He definitely is. But once again, like there's multifaceted now because now fame and success does not go hand in hand. There was once a time, especially before the internet, fame equaled the money. And there was once a time where fame did not equal the money. Like you could be famous and still broke, which is what was happening to artists. That was happening to artists a whole lot. They was known, they had record deals, but it wasn't making no real money. You know what I mean? I watched a documentary with the girl who sang Action with Terra Fabulous. I forget her name.
Oh, I don't know about. I can't remember. I forget her name myself.
Right? Like, I think that was actually her song. and they put Terra Fabulous on it at the time because he had just signed. Say again?
It is Nadine Sutherland.
Nadine Sutherland. That's it. Like, I think that was actually her song, and she had another song before that was kind of big as well. Is Second Class Love or? And he was on it too. But what happened, I think, at the time, Terra Fabulous had signed a record deal, and they made it Terra Fabulous first, and then they added Terra Fabulous featuring Nadine Sutherland. So it's a whole kind of politics with the music, where you could have fame and no money, and then you could have money and no fame, like all them independent artists. You know what I mean? And then you could have the fame and the money. But if you're going to get heartbroken over the Grammys, then, I mean, you're thinking about it wrong, like as you say. You know, the streets respect you. You know, everybody know you deserve it or you on top. But, you know, you still want massa to recognize you. You know, you're thinking about the thing wrong.
I be personally like, you remember back in the 2000s with the 50 Cent thing and the Jadakiss and whatnot. Jadakiss had the ends on him, and 50 had commercials, and 50 Cent couldn't step to Jadakiss because Jadakiss had the ends with him. It wouldn't work. So sometimes, when you got the ends backing, it's better, man, than having the oppressor on your side. But
I mean, it depends on where you are as an artist. I think every artist have the right to choose what they want. It's like selling burgers, But nowadays, being a rap artist or a dancehall artist get tied in so much to reel and this, that, the other. But this is a business. It's if you're selling burgers, are you only going to sell to the hood, or you want your burgers to go worldwide?
Worldwide. And
if worldwide means that they don't like ketchup, would you keep still giving them ketchup? Exactly. So now, if you had to decide which type of artist you are you the artist that just going to sell one type of thing and you don't care what nobody think and you're satisfied? That's good. But if you're the artist, you're trying to get out there and get everything. You need everybody to forward it, which is what Spice and them trying to do. Like how Spice reach on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, it's true still.
You understand?
She mashes,
Yeah, she trying to get out there and reach out there. Same way why Vybz Kartel bleaches skin. And you remember he sang he went from the Clark song to
the Cake Soap tune and thing.
Not Cake Soap, Straight Jeans and Fitted.
Yeah, go on.
Like he was appealing to two different cultures. Clark's is Benjamite culture. Where you get a new Clark's the daddy and he run down all the Clark's. Straight Jeans and Fitted at that time was Judite culture. When he talking about the G-Shock and the braces and the certain chains, that was the Judite culture. You understand? Even the bridge in the song where he kind of lean up on the thing and he rapping like he was trying to appeal to the Judite. So each artist in whatever time, they're going to do things to appeal to the masses. But you had to realize, you have to make up your mind whether this Grammy means something or it don't. You understand? As far as I'm concerned, dancehall and reggae locked up. As far as I'm concerned. If we're talking awards and everything, dancehall in jail and reggae in jail. Because if Cartel decides to go reggae, you're not touching him. Anything he put his hands on, you ain't touching. Who going to test Vybz Kartel? This name is somebody.
That's right. That's true. It's true.
Say again?
Now Cartel the body still. Even Movado fell off. You get me? Back in the day, I was Movado. Dungabar was Cartel. You get me? And Dungabar won for luck, yeah.
Listen, Dungabar. Listen, I realize you're a man after my own heart. You see eye to eye. Listen, I like Movado too, but the singy thing, I couldn't. Too much singy. I need. Anyway, April 15th.
That's right.
Cocoa Beach, Florida, 301 Tucker Lane. Don't be late. Make it a date. If you ain't there, you're square. Whichever way you want to flip it, we in it. We're going to be down there celebrating the Passover all week. All the 12 tribes is invited. You all know Tuesday we had that fishing trip. General Mayak taking everybody out on that water, boy. Do some deep water fishing, man. Catch some big-ass fish. bring them back. We're gonna have Tuesday when they get back. I think General Q organized a whole golf course for anybody who want to go and play some golf and learn some golf. If you don't know, General Q is a good master at that golf. Y'all don't know who we have up in here. Tiger Woods eating food because of the truth. You know?
That's right.
Because if it wasn't for the truth, General Q would be out there whooping ass. He'd have about 12 green jackets. You know what I mean? Wednesday, you know, is the lamb slaughter. Captain Akkad gonna take you all down there to that farm. You're gonna pick out some lamb and make them see the last days on earth. And then we're gonna put them lamb and the fish on a grill for a little cookout. We're gonna have that fish fry just before Jeremiah Hyman class and all the way throughout Jeremiah Hyman class Wednesday, 7 p.m. All right, Wednesday night, you're getting a little bly because Thursday morning, Quatazar might see his last day on earth because the alligators is going to be on your heels.
Come on.
Yeah, man, and we're going to be saying, run, run, and he's going to feel like he wants to die, but that alligator going to be there to let him know I will kill you. So Thursday morning is that Hebrew Academy trial, 6 a.m. at a location you're going to know about. You know what I mean? And you're going to go through that trial. And, you know, Lord be with every single brother who going through it. It's going to be rough. It is going to be rough. It's going to test you. But you're able to come out on the other side and not fail. You're going to be a different man. You know what I mean? Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, I think 7:30, going to that beach to renew our vow. I mean, the Commander and YAHANNA, we're all going to renew our oath to the Lord. Stand with the Lord as the Lord comes for this earth right now. The world is falling apart. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. This world is coming to an absolute end right now. You know what I mean? And after the renewal and the vow is the Hebrew Academy graduation dinner. You know what I mean? You're going to eat. You're going to be presented with your stuff. And then there's the all-black affair. You know what I mean? Classy but not bougie. All-black party. You know, I think it's from 9:30 or 10 that night. We all get it in. Captain Marquaz Rib done organize the daycare. You could drop off them kids, let them, you know, go and have fun. Or Thursday also during the day is the children's party. Right? The Commander and YAHANNA also, they done rent out this huge complex with all kind of go-karts and laser tag and all kind of, that thing where they climb up with the thing on the rope attached to their back and zip line. It's an indoor arena. But it's huge for all the kids. So, of course, you could go there, the kids have the fun. And then Friday is that big day, the Lord's Passover, 53rd annual Passover. Everybody be seated. Be seated. It starts at, I think, 5. Be seated by 4 o'clock, 4:30. Be seated and, you know, come and observe the Lord's Passover. With your brothers and sisters, eat some lamb, drink some wine, eat some unleavened bread. And Saturday is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It's a whole week affair. You know what I mean? Everybody coming from far and wide. We have Manny coming down, right. Manchester coming down, Leicester coming down. You know what I mean? London coming through and Birmingham coming through strong from the UK.
Netherlands.
You know what I mean? Got Jamaica coming through. Puerto Rico coming through. Trinidad coming through. You know, the West Coast, Godard had them coming, Texas, everybody coming down, New York headquarters coming. We all gonna be down there in the booth in Florida, man, getting it on. You all, you know, join us for sure. We're gonna be going live at different times. I know On the End's gonna be live for a little bit, but we ain't gonna give you all everything. You know what I mean? And that's about it. Run it down. Lord Allah, I'll see you all next week. You know what I mean?
Come on. And if I see Captain Shark's gonna be on the beach, man. So lucky, man.
Listen, man. I'm gonna have a full week next week. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for anything. But I'm gonna make it happen.
You know what I mean? Netherlands are gonna reach as well, man. So
how I could forget, man. Netherlands, Holland in the business. Amsterdam gonna be up in the house, man. Amsterdam gonna be in the house, like, you know what I mean? We're gonna be rocking and rolling, you know what I mean? Getting it in. The Lord's Passover, I.S.U.P.K, the only Passover. If it's not UPK, what is you having, Damgaba? A lamb dinner?
Dinner, sir. Just a lamb dinner.
Dry lamb.
There's a lamb dinner from Nando's you're having. You ain't having no Passover. You're having a lamb over rice from them Arabs. That's what you having. When you come down here and have the Lord's Passover, the priest of the Lord, man. We're going to get it in. I appreciate you all for having me. Lord Allah, I'll see you all next week, man. Have a safe flight. You don't watch nothing, don't stress nothing. Everything gonna work out. You'll make it down there, man. We get it, you know what I mean?
Come on, Constance. Go on for coming and say.
Hey, anytime, man. Anytime. Good show, man. I appreciate it. Yabashin Shabraka Thumb.
How about Shim Shabraka Da?
I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right. It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we stop that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Y'all see this?
Comes with all your dishes, pots, pans, forks, knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment and a hotel room. You know what I mean? Yeah. This here right here is about to be holy ground when we come through. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be holy ground. All our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the praise. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.
We don't give a fuck. You can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud. Straight up out the base.
You got one bed here. No, man.